That I'm staying a while smell of wings and burgers fill the air. And 29-degree draft beer chills in frosted mugs like it's straight from the summer. For the ultimate sports lodge experience, it's always Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Sterling Bank is a full-service community bank committed to the community, their customers, and the people and businesses who call Northwest Arkansas home. At Sterling Bank, you will find a complete menu of products and services designed to make your banking experience pleasant and productive. Visit your local branch in Fayetteville, Rogers, or Bentonville to experience friendly, top-notch customer service and to discover the Sterling difference. Member FDIC.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
Guys, I finally decided it was time to get proactive about my health, and I've started my men's health journey with Vici Aesthetics and Wellness. They don't do cookie-cutter plans. Vici tailors everything around you. Weight loss, peptide therapy, plus BHRT to help get your hormones balanced and your energy dialed back in. It's so simple. Say you heard it here, and they'll knock 10% off. No hoops, no code, just 10% off because you listen. Start your health journey today at ViciAestheticsandWellness.com.
The weather is brought to you by the Springdale Public Schools.
Hi, everyone. I'm 4029 meteorologist Laura Huckabee with your Get Ready forecast. Sunny to partly cloudy skies today in northwest Arkansas. It's going to be windy and warm. Highs today close to 80 degrees. Dry during the day. We'll bring a slight chance of a shower or storm after midnight tonight. Tomorrow, we've got clouds all day. It'll still be warm and windy. We'll bring a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms through the last part of the afternoon into the evening. Some of the storms could be strong or possibly severe. Cooler temperatures Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Laura Huckabee with your Get Ready forecast only on 4029.
You want them safe, you want them loved, but you also want them ready. In Springdale, we turn curiosity into confidence with literacy programs recognized by the University of Arkansas for top statewide growth. Taught by educators that are award-winning experts in how children learn. Safe hearts, strong readers, bright futures. Springdale Public Schools. Unlock your genius and enroll in Springdale Public Schools.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville. This is ESPN Arkansas. Broadcasting from the Crane Automotive Team Studio, the most honest show in the history of Arkansas Talk Radio.
Baby, you are so talented, and they are so dumb.
Derek Ruskin.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
Zach Arns.
Notre Dame, our mother.
Setting the standard for talk radio in the state of Arkansas.
The problem we're trying to solve is that there are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Sometimes when you win, you really lose. And sometimes when you lose, you really win. And sometimes when you win or lose, you actually tie.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach.
It's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care.
Starts right now.
I've always liked baseball players named Turner. Always have. Always have. Welcome in, everybody. Ruskin and Zach. Coming to you over ESPN Arkansas. And they Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell. But not Ruskin and Zach today. Oh, no. A special treat. Working a double shift today. The one, the only. Ty Richardson.
Ruskin, what's up, buddy? I had a feeling that connection was going to be made at some point during the show. Didn't know if it would be in the first minute or not, but here we are.
They are not related, by the way. They are not relation. I've already looked into that. So, yeah, there you go. The two best heads of hair at ESPN Arkansas, by the way.
No doubt.
It's not close. Not even close.
You got some gel or mod in your hair. I didn't do anything. Mine looks terrible right now.
Well, I got to keep it from falling in my face, so I have to do something to it. So that's how that goes. But, yeah, thanks for doing this. Zach is out all week, so we'll have you and Colton and maybe some other people stop by. I have no idea what's going to happen all week, but we will we'll be here all week. 877-377-6963, the Lewis Automotive Group hotline to get you in here on Ruscin and Zach. Felt a little bit bigger than just a normal walk-off home run yesterday, didn't it, Ty?
Oh, very significant. Not only was it from a true freshman, but a kid that hadn't had a hit since April 10th. I know he came into pinch run, then did that, but just the significance of beating Ole Miss, who not only was you guys were neck and neck with in the SEC standings, but a rival, of course, and they've had. I know that's their 7th comeback win in SEC play, but they've also let some slip away too. So for them to, as Dave talked about yesterday, to get that one and this, just the significance of it, yeah, I think it was just more than a series clinching victory, Derek.
I mean, these are the kind of plays, when you talk about a freshman, like these are the kind of plays and moments that when you're a young person and, you never know how things work, but in the old days, Christian Turner would be here for 3 years, right? That would probably be what would happen as a freshman player, and maybe he will be again. You just don't know how it all works in this day and age. But these are the kind of moments that set up someone like that to be the standard bearer for the next generation of Razorback baseball in his 3 or 4 years or however long he's here. They were kind of for the most part of the season, you're like, well, who's is it Helfrich's team? Is it Kojal? What's going to happen? I'm not saying it's Turner's team, but you needed somebody in a pressure-packed moment to do something big, and it was this guy that got up there and said, I'll do it. I don't care if I'm a freshman. It doesn't matter to me. I know I'm capable. I'm confident. Boy, was he confident. After he fouled the first one off that was fouled by, feet, maybe, and he's like, I knew I had this. And it's just, you don't see that very often from a freshman. But it is May. There's 50 games in the books now. I know he hasn't played in all of them. But that was a remarkable thing. What a first SEC home run for Christian Turner.
Yeah, and you mentioned kind of the leaders. I think you hit the nail on the head. It was typically it's Kojal and Helfrich were kind of the thoughts he had in the season. I think Ryder's been – Ryder hit a home run in game one.
Right.
I know Cam struggled a little bit in SEC play, and he had the ankle injury. He's still kind of dealing with it, looks like. But anytime you can have a young kid step up, and you heard Dave earlier this year, this was about a month ago. Remember, and I'm paraphrasing what he said, Derek, but he was like, some of these kids that are here don't know the standard that we've had set.
Right.
You can tell there was some frustration about some of the young guys and really some of the holdovers that weren't doing what their job was. Well, you think about these last 2 weekends and just getting victories like you have, and now you're sandwiched in between Florida and Alabama, tied for 6. One team you got swept by, the other team you swept. Probably going to have to inch into that top 4 maybe to host, which means not only win the next 2 series, but you might need to sweep one of them. In addition to that, you're probably going to have to win a game or probably 2 games in Hoover. So they can still play at home past this weekend against Oklahoma, but you're probably going to have to do this thing on the road starting here in about 3 weeks from now.
Yeah, you need help. You need some of the people who are in that discussion of hosting in front of you to lose. And in the smaller leagues, in the non-power leagues, does Southern Miss have a chance of getting knocked off? I mean, I don't know if they're in a league deep enough where you could see something like that happen, or some of these other places. Now, if there are SEC teams in front of them, well, we've seen that outside of the top 3, I don't know who's better than whom at this point in the Southeastern Conference, from about 4 through 11, maybe 10. We know LSU's bad, South Carolina's bad, Missouri's bad, but outside of that, it's topsy-turvy. Wouldn't it be so funny if this year, the year that there in March and early April, there was more give-up than we'd ever seen from the fans about Razorback baseball. This is the year that they figure it out and host and go on this run that started. I mean, they went 11-5 in April, Ty. That's not awful. You know what I mean? But it's because of some of those games, losing by like 30 to Georgia, losing that last game to Missouri, and their long losing streak come to an end. They felt like it wasn't as good as it was. But if you just looked at the numbers, they were 11-5. They're now 13-7 in their last 20. So I mean, they're on the right side of 500 over their last 20 ball games.
Yeah, and you're a game ahead, I think, of Oklahoma, who you play this upcoming weekend, and then Kentucky's way down the list. So you're honestly, your schedule down the stretch isn't atrocious. It isn't horrible. So you kind of set yourself up. They have played a little bit better. I want to see. I mean, if they do run into a top 3-4 SEC team, as you alluded to in Hoover, what does that look like? And how does DVH go about Hoover, knowing that the opportunity to host? Now, he's talked multiple times, several occasions, that he likes the way this team particularly plays on the road.
Yep.
I don't think he would intentionally throw a game to cause Arkansas not to host. But there's still a lot of moving parts with what's going to happen in postseason, post-SEC tournament, and we're going to find out here in a few weeks, I guess Memorial Day, if it's going to be a Baum Walker to start or if they're going to go to like Lawrence, Kansas, Lincoln, Nebraska, or Corvallis, Oregon.
Yeah, another trip to Oregon for you. That would be that'd be something.
It's one thing to fly to Portland. I don't know how I'd get to Corvallis.
Yeah, horse and buggy, I think, from Portland, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, lots of moving parts. And remember, the conference tournament is totally single elimination now, so you don't have to worry about, well, there's this other game, and then we'll play at 9:30, and then if we win, we don't. Like it's just straight through the bracket. So it's a little bit more normal, I guess. You have a game, and then maybe you have another game, and then you don't have to worry about cramming in like 6 ball games into 4 days or whatever the old double elimination SEC tournament bracket used to be. I will say that a Nebraska regional date in Lincoln with an Arkansas regional date in Lincoln with Nebraska would be amazing. That would be amazing, right?
Yeah, it's appealing. So we stayed. This would have been my sophomore year in 2015. We actually stayed in Lincoln because you don't have any money in college, so you stay 45 minutes, an hour away. When you drive into Lincoln, and I don't know what their football stadium's called, but it's on the side of the interstate. It's really cool. Yeah. I couldn't remember where the baseball thing is, but no, I think that's appealing. I don't know how appealing it is for Dave Van Horn, but I think it's like just from a television appeal. Like Dave's going home.
It's intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very much so. That's one of the projections. I haven't seen any new projections today that have come up from after the weekend's action around college baseball. But I'll keep an eye on that and see if we can find something that may come out this afternoon while we're talking here and see how the movement has gone and all those sorts of things. But there's a lot to go, and this team is hot now. They're absolutely. They're on fire. I mean, how can you not be just? And you get this fire just keeps going all through the week. There's no like, well, you gotta throttle down and play, Tahiti Tech or whoever in the middle. You keep going right into OU, another team that a lot of fans hate, particularly where you are in Fort Smith. I don't know if there's as much OU hate in Northwest Arkansas as there is in Fort Smith, but it keeps rolling, moving forward here into the month of May. Are there flaws? Sure, but there pretty much always is with an Arkansas, team, whatever the sport is. But I think what we've learned, Ty, is that there's some grit and this is a very old word, there's some gumption there that maybe people didn't see earlier that is actually there with this particular version of Razorback baseball. I don't think a lot of people saw some of this kind of toughness earlier on, and that's what led to some of the hand-wringing perhaps, but it's very much there, as it usually is with teams that Dave Van Horn and his staff put together.
To play off the premise you were speaking to earlier, it would be kind of crazy to watch this team go on a miraculous run and get to Omaha. DVH is taking teams to the postseason in so many different ways via going on the road or at home. Like you said, this team has deficiencies like every other Razorback team, but there are areas you're like Hunter Dietz has emerged as your no questions Friday night guy. 9 strikeouts, 6 innings pitched. Another really good outing from him, which I feel like I just say every week when it comes to him on Thursday or Friday. Kiheo Loy's now hitting above 300.
Wow.
3 straight games.
What a
with the
weekend he
home run.
had.
Yeah, 7 of 12.
Has anyone ever hit a ball out of Baum Walker Stadium, like to Razorback Road?
I was reading, I think it was Whole Hog Sports. Jared Wegner had one in 22 that went 470 feet. Cahilla's went 469.
Right.
I don't know if there's one. You're the stats guy. I'm surprised. Like there hadn't been one that's like. Do you know if there's one that's 500 plus? I don't even know.
I mean, I've seen some go high up on the batter's eye. I've seen them clear the scoreboard in right center, but I can't remember very many going that far to left there. I mean, there's people that have seen far more baseball in that park than I have that maybe could have. But, I mean, that was – if the trailer wasn't there, Ty, it could have very well been in the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the trailer caught it.
Ruskin, we had Rebecca Lindsay was on there on the show with us this morning, and she was in the truck, and the story is like he hits it in there, and then the dad stops by and asks if his son could have the ball, and they gave it to him. Well, the dad's listening as we're talking to her about this, and then jumps on with us this morning and tells us. So it was kind of a cool kind of context story between what happened in the 6th inning yesterday after Aloy hit that just piped to left field.
Yeah. Yeah. A one hopper into the it didn't hit any food. I mean, I guess that's a good thing there. But yeah, and I don't think television did a good enough job of capturing this on Sunday, but going back to the Turner at bat. And you've seen it. I think anybody out there that's been to a game, an important game in that ballpark, there's this vibration level. There's this energy that place, how many opposing pitchers have melted under that pressure from that crowd. And it happened to Hooks again. It happened to Hooks yesterday. There's something that happens. You cannot explain it. I don't know if it's chemistry, physics, whatever, but that place hits an energy level that it's like it's shaking, but not really. And the vibes are insane, and it usually causes what we saw, which was Hooks to give up a home run to lose the game yesterday.
I think
it's strange.
There's a real debate on this campus, which is more of a hostile environment. Baum Walker, Budwell, and both of them are deafening at times and have caused players to do inexplicable things, whether pitchers, as you alluded to, or point guards on the other team. But yeah, it was. You heard it, and Dave talked about it yesterday. It's like the crowd got into it. He kept fouling. Him and Souza combined to foul off 9 pitches.
Yeah.
Between 2 at-bats.
Yeah.
And give credit. No one's really giving credit to Nolan. Nolan got on base with the leadoff.
Yeah, he did.
And allowed fans to get energized, get jacked up. It's like, hey, we got a chance. We can go. But Christian fed off that energy like you're talking about. The pitcher, unfortunately, got rattled. And I say unfortunately, it was great. And now Arkansas's sitting at 6th in the SEC tied right now.
It's not always noise, though. Like, it gets loud, but it's not about the noise. It's just about, like, everybody collectively that in that place is just like something good is about to happen, and we're going to all watch it. And it just, it happens. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not about, it is loud, but it's not like deafening noise. Like, Bud Walton Arena sometimes, like, you can't hear yourself think. It's so loud in there, but it is a very unique feeling. I don't know how to describe it. Experience.
I just think about. I was not in the ballpark, but in 21, Charlie Welch Game 3 against Nebraska. I guess that would have, the regional game, and that that build up, and obviously there was a pass ball right before, but there was just a level of energy that you knew something was. Now, what happened yesterday is not going to rise to a postseason game where Arkansas is in a crucial winning situation, but it's that kind of that thought, that sphere of what Arkansas fans can do to impact a game and what that stadium has meant to Arkansas baseball in the last 2 decades.
It's like Razorback fans spend their entire existence with a sense of dread.
Yeah.
But in moments like that, and I'm talking before the home run, in the build-up to that, and you mentioned when Souza gets on base, it's like none of that exists, and this is all about, okay, now we're going to win. Like now it's going to happen, and there is not a doubt in anybody's mind what's about to happen, and it happens. It comes through somehow. The weirdest thing, Ty, I've ever been a part of, the Carlos Hall block field goal game against Carolina.
Block of the Rock.
Yeah, 2001. Like, you could feel 50,000 people say, they're going to block this kick. And then they did. And it's just, I don't know. It's just the moment where all that Razorback dread disappears, and everybody's just like, okay, well, now they're going to go win. So what if it's a freshman? Who cares?
Holtz had such a scowl on his face. I would have been, I think, 6 years old at that game. And I just remember watching the highlights after. Holtz had such a scowl on his face after the game.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, man.
That was amazing. Gucci Row, Greg pointing out on the text line, neither of us were there yesterday. No, I was not there, and you weren't there. But I've been a part of those moments before the moment where you can just feel the place swell with positive energy, and then boom, there it goes, the dam breaks. All right, we'll talk about that. 877-377-6963. Plus, this Wiggins story is kind of weird with Jackson Wiggins, who is healthy yet can't pitch. What's that about? Dave's not happy, and he said as much. So we'll maybe kick that around a little bit as well. And a lot of other stuff from the weekend. Ty's filling in for Zach today. 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group Hotline. This is Ruscin and Zach. Stay right where you are. More coming up.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite. White perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Taco Bell's Lutz boxes are going to people's heads. Because once they've indulged in the mainstays of the $5 box, the decadence of the $7 box, and the abundance of the $9 box with its monumental triple-double crunch wrap, they start expecting everything to be as Lutz. Don't let the Lutz go to your head.
Where's the doorman?
There is no doorman.
That's why we're waiting.
Let's go. Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lutz boxes.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for, only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small
Mission, this station, and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Hi, this is Eric Mabry with Halo Wealth Management. We represent clients all over Arkansas, including ESPN Zone Tie. We're based right here in Rogers. When was the last time you audited your investment accounts for hidden fees? We do that. Are you paying for investment advice only? That's expensive advice. Our clients get more for what they pay for. When was the last time you had a generational wealth conversation with your financial planner? We do that. Call our team at Halo Wealth Management today, 479-335-5496, or visit our website at halowealthmanagement.nm.com, guiding your wealth with care every step of the way. Halo Wealth Management.
ESPN 99.5. Please don't take these guys literally or seriously. Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
All right, we're back here on ESPN Arkansas. Ruscin and Ty today. Text or call 877-377-6963. This does not apply to most of you because more of you listen to this show than watch it. But I've gone away from the glasses in the second segment after wearing glasses I found in my desk for the first segment because I cannot see with my contacts very well anymore. So now, yeah, so that's what we're doing here. But I can see actually with no help at all. I can see. It's weird. Anyway. All right, 877-377-6963. Having a little issue connecting with Ty. I think we can hear Ty and Ty can't hear us, which is a issue we've had before. But anyway, we'll work our way through that and see what we can make happen here with all that stuff. Lee says I need to wear one contact. I thought about that. I'll tell you another thing that's happening now. Not to bore you with all this stuff because who cares? Everybody's got something. You got a tweaked back or a leg or an ankle or something. But now when I look at lights and stuff, there's this big blue halo around them all. Yeah. And that's weird. Just a moment here. All right. Well, a couple more things here on the we'll try and get all this worked out behind the scenes. But let me just say this. I assume people can hear me because people are texting in one form or another. This baseball team, a couple things still. I still don't think there's enough pitching there. I still don't think there's enough there. So that's going to be something that's intriguing to see if they can work around that moving forward. And I wish they would put together more big innings. You know what I mean? Where, it keeps the line moving. You get 6-7 guys into the plate. And I'm talking in meaningful games. They do this. And I've done it a couple times. But, get some of these innings where you could put 4 or 5 on the board. Only needed 2 in the ninth yesterday. But, just kind of, it seems like they have a lot of people that have the potential to kill a rally in this lineup. So I wish they had a lineup that could maybe keep the line moving a little bit better than they've had. Those are just a couple of tiny things. There's not a lot to critique after a game like yesterday, but we do critique things. That's what we tend to do. All right. Again, our number 877-377-6963 is how you can get in here. Let's see here. You've got the astigmatism. Yes. Gucci Greg still thinks I need a monocle. That's a good idea, actually. I thought about that. I'm going to write this down, too. Car Chase Guy wants to talk about the guy. This is called frogging. Frogging is when someone is living in your house and you don't know it. They did a documentary on this on Hulu, I believe, last year. But it was happening in Searcy. That's what it was. So sure, we can talk about that at some point as well. With a truly bizarre story out of my hometown, and I know these people. The guy whose house he was in is one of the communication guys at Harding, in the communications department or media or whatever we're calling it these days, journalism. I don't know what it was. Jamie in Fayetteville texted in here. Did Greg send you the picture of the back of your head? Yes, he did. Sounds like Ty's back.
I'm back, buddy.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't know what happened.
I don't know either, but I'm glad you're back. Yes, Greg sent me. I saw the picture of the back of my head, and then Greg comes down and talks to me because I guess he feels bad about taking a picture of the back of my head from the ball game. See, Ty, Greg's suite is above our seats at Baumwalker Stadium.
Man,
yeah.
Living the sweet life.
Yeah,
gets Gucci Row for basketball, gets a box for baseball.
Oh yeah, that's true. But while you were away, I was talking about a couple things to nitpick. I still don't know if they have a lot of pitching with this baseball team, and I'd like to see more big innings. It seems like every other guy has the potential to be a rally killer in the lineup. You know, only needed 2 yesterday in the 9th, but the ability to just, you know, pour it on and keep the line moving, I think that's something that seems to elude this team more often than not this year.
Yeah, so 1 through 9, they got everything they needed in a 12-2 route on Friday. But, no, you're right. I mean, Pompey, I know has been a little more consistent, but a lot of times he's feast or famine. News still, again, coming back from that injury a couple weeks back. Then you've got guys like Cam Kojal, who you expected to be – I mean, I expect to be Cam be above 300 all season. And that just hadn't necessarily been the case. Turner again got a lot of at bats, but that was, I guess, his first SEC home run.
Yep.
So they've got skill and they've got talent, and guys have shown the ability to hit, but the consistency aspect is there. And I think, Derek, I don't know, you might have the lineup card in front of you. I think Rudenbar and Aloy. Maybe Helfrich might be the only guys hitting above 300. You saw like Georgia, and there was like 6 guys hitting above 300. So that hitting's not necessarily the strength, but it was encouraging to see them get some timely hitting in Game 3 and then just absolutely hit the bleep out of Hunter Elliott in Game 1.
Rutenbar they're 13-11 in the league, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so
correct.
I'm looking at the current stats. They don't have anybody in conference play. Ruiz is hitting 292.
Okay.
Souza 284. But a couple of big things here. Aloy, who was hitting like $1.10, is up to 275, and Pompey, who was an automatic out, is now up to 268 in conference play. So, I know Aloy's been here before, but for Pompey, it seems like he's sort of gotten into the rhythm of SEC baseball after transferring in last year, and that's good. But yeah, Kojal's still below 200. Zach Stewart hitting below 200, and now Turner 4 for 20 in league play, hitting right at 200.
And TJ, if I remember correctly, was the one that got that initial. I think it was 3-run shot on Friday, and has had It has shown the power at games this season. There's an adjustment period. You were talking about Christian Turner. You're not really a freshman anymore. You hadn't played all 50 games, but you played a good chunk of those. Well, there's also an adjustment for a kid that's coming over, and I forget where Poppy transferred in from. But
Texas Tech, I think.
That might be right. But there is an adjustment, and Big 12 baseball is a lot different than transferring in from a much smaller school. But SEC level pitching is still the best, and at points the guys have been successful again. And other times they're struggling. So. Yeah. You're just hoping you like you're talking about, you can get some more consistency 1 through 9, because there are times like you'll have 2 or 3 guys on, you'll have the bases juiced, or there'll be 2 guys on, and a guy just hits into a double play. I don't know how many double plays we've hit into this season, but it seems like it's at least 100.
Yeah, and we got a couple other texts here. Well, we got a text from Wookie Erotica wanting to know if this is going to be a Hog Homer show. First of all, they won. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, they didn't lose. So, like, we go where they take us, and they had a dramatic, heart-stopping win yesterday. So that's the deal. But if they'd have lost, we would have ignored it. We would have talked about it. And then the texters are wondering about their behavior today, Ty, and you can set the record straight on this. Okay. Because the texters feel like, with the morning rush, there's a certain level of behavior and decorum that is involved. And in the afternoon, we get to go nuts. People are tired. Maybe some of them have started drinking by this hour of the afternoon.
Big Mike.
And it's it's a little bit freer environment here. People don't have to be all, loosen the tie a little bit for the afternoons, right?
Well, I'm wearing a T-shirt and gym shorts right now.
There you go.
Usually I'm wearing a polo and khaki shorts during the morning rush. So I would think I can't. I'm not as. And I would think Zach at times is more rigid than I am. You're the one that gets to let free and let loose, and has to convince Zach to do so. So hopefully that I can just not steer the ship. Hopefully I just don't crash the ship with you as the captain.
We have done roughly, 1,800 shows, Zach and I. I am uncomfortable with the number of times I have seen his bare feet. Talking about flip-flops in here. I wish we had a policy. Closed-toed shoes, like a factory. That's the one rule. If I was in charge for the day, that'd be the rule I put in, is you got to wear closed-toed shoes.
So on the way to one year to Santa Rosa, I wore Chacos, and Tommy was just not beside himself, but just like, yeah, don't wear open-toed shoes anymore. And I was like, okay. So I haven't worn Chacos since. I'm usually just in tennis shoes, but yeah, looking at Zach's feet, I don't know if that would be appealing when you're trying to conduct a 4-hour radio show.
It's a lot to overcome, but we do the best we can. That's all we can do. Yeah, so there it is. So everyone, all the texters, you can all act normal. You don't have to worry about Ty's here. We gotta straighten up a little bit. You can all be normal. Now, I can't read all your texts as quickly as Zach can get through them, but we'll get as many as we can in here, and maybe some phone calls too. And, we're not going to be homers. I mean, the team did win yesterday, in case you all didn't notice that, but that doesn't mean we're going to be, as Tim from Little Rock once said, throwing babies in the air because they won. So, but
I think I'll do my best to fill in Zach's role and read as many of the good texts as possible. I think you'll like this one. Abner says, new segment. It's called Loosen the Tie. Give Ty a few shots of Jaeger and let him riff. What's the last time you've had Jägermeister?
I think I managed to avoid. I don't like licorice, so I never thought that never appealed to me as something to drink. So I never had a Jaeger bomb or anything like that.
I can't think of the last. Yeah, I mean ours is Vegas bombs. We don't do. I can't think of the last one I've had, Derek.
Yeah.
Maybe we do need to do this. If not today, tomorrow.
Okay. Well, get it in the freezer, right? Is that what you do?
Yep.
Okay. All right. There you go. Robert in Barling claims Jaeger's the greatest thing ever. Okay. Or maybe Yarmir Yager. I don't know what. I don't know if the spelling's right on that, but anyway, we'll work on that. Okay. It's Ruscin and Zach here. It's 21 minutes until the hour. You can get in here at 877-377-6963. Remember the Bet Saracen app. There is so much going on with all of the playoff action and regular season, Major League Baseball, college baseball. It's all going on the Bet Saracen app. Great promos that you can be a part of when you sign up. Go to the App Store and download Bet Saracen, or you can find out more at betsaracen.com. Arkansas's favorite sports betting app, Bet Saracen, and betsaracen.com. Back in a moment.
Brace yourself. May mayhem has exploded at the Lewis Automotive Group, and they're crushing prices like never before across all 5 locations. Lewis Automotive, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 80 years.
Brothers Roofing and Restoration, a licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Since his playing days for the Hogs, Brother Alexander has been on rooftops, many years as an adjuster, and in the past decade as a roofing contractor. He knows how to help you through the insurance process while replacing your roof using only the industry's best materials. And being a lifelong Arkansan, he'll be here to stand behind his workmanship and warranty. Call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother and his team to inspect your roof.
Do you want to enjoy the fantastic weather we're getting in Arkansas in spring outdoors, but can't because of foot or ankle pain? It is so frustrating to have to stay inside sitting when you want to be out in the sun on a long hike or walk because of discomfort. I'm Phil Elson. Maybe you need to give my friends at the Good Feet store a visit. My plantar fasciitis used to sideline me for days. Even the slightest touch hurt, and it made everything difficult. Well, I visited the Good Feet store, and they fit me for Good Feet arch supports. These are so much better than those drugstore insoles. You go to either of their locations in Northwest Arkansas, Fayetteville across from Walmart on Mall Avenue, or Rogers across from Topgolf next to Hideaway Pizza, and you'll be personally fitted for Good Feet arch supports that fit into all your shoes. Wear them all throughout the day, and you'll be so happy you did. And Good Feet arch supports are FSA and HSA eligible. Good Feet helped me with my discomfort. Maybe they can help you too. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text FORCE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text FORCE to 42424. That's FORCE to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1225. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225 or biglou.com.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
The weather is brought to you by the Springdale Public Schools.
Hi, everyone. I'm 4029 meteorologist Laura Huckabee with your Get Ready forecast. Sunny to partly cloudy skies today in northwest Arkansas. It's going to be windy and warm. Highs today close to 80 degrees. Dry during the day. We'll bring a slight chance of a shower or storm after midnight tonight. Tomorrow, we've got clouds all day. It'll still be warm and windy. We'll bring a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms to the last part of the afternoon into the evening. Some of the storms could be strong or possibly severe. Cooler temperatures Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Laura Huckabee with your Get Ready forecast only on 4029.
Kindergarten is a big step, and we're here to make it their best. At Springdale Public Schools, safety is our priority, with caring staff in every hallway. Our award-winning teachers ignite a love for reading, giving every child the tools to unlock their genius. Because a culture of excellence means every child is known by name, cherished, and supported. Give your child a confident start in a community that cares. ESPN 99.5.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
We don't read the headlines, we make the headlines. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Okay, we're back here. 877-377-6963. Ruskin and Ty today. Colton will be in here later in the week as well. Zach is off, and we are here on this first full week of May here in 2026. Ty, do you have? I think we were disconnected when I was talking about my my vision issues earlier, which I know the audience is thrilled to hear about. But can you see? Like, are you one of these people that's got good eyesight? You don't need glasses or contacts or any of that stuff.
Knock on wood. To this point, I haven't had to wear glasses of any sort. But it's what is it? Your 40s that everyone has to get them. So I know it's coming.
I've had them since I was like 6. So,
oh, wow.
And then contacts, and I have nothing right now. And Like I got this Taco Bell script right here. It's as clear as can be. It's really strange. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to my eye doctor soon to like figure out what's going on here. But
like you're saying, you're getting your vision back.
maybe it's getting better. Yeah, I'm some sort of modern medical miracle or something here. I don't know. It's strange.
It's the future glow of getting a newborn, I guess.
Maybe. I don't know. I could see. I got that dad vision going or something. I don't know what it is. It's really weird. Car Chase guy says we can relate to the vision thing. It's Gen X radio. Yeah. That's right. I guess so. Most of this show, Ty, is people talking about various health issues that they're dealing. Not serious stuff, but backs, eyes, legs, things like that. You know what I mean?
Wes says sometimes your body fixes itself before you die.
Oh, great! That's very encouraging. Thank you, Wes.
Brian and Harrison said maybe your blood sugar is over once. What are you drinking over? Is that just water?
It's just water.
Okay.
It's just I keep a water going during the show.
I've
Gotta
got
hydrate.
this new concoction. I have friends that are way better shape than me, so it's creatine, protein, ice, and coffee. I drink in the morning. So when you see me take a swig like you just did on our video stream, that's what that is.
Oh, okay. All right. Was it? Let me talk to Ross real fast, and then we'll continue here. Roz is on the phone here. Yes, Roz, go ahead.
Derek.
Yes, sir. Hi.
I hadn't talked to you in a minute.
What's up, buddy?
What's up,
yeah,
Rod?
I mean, I don't have any physical. Oh man, don't have any physical afflictions. I mean, mental. Well, that's a matter for conjecture. I always wanted to have Tourette syndrome, but I never got it. I can't explain it any other way. So, Razorback fans are a funny group. We've all got Charlie Brown syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
We always get so close to kicking that darn ball, and Lucy always keeps drawing it back. We've all been witness to drop balls, interceptions, fumbles, can of corn and somebody dropped. And you're always going to win that championship, but you never quite make it, right?
Yeah, I know, and it's there's this fear of dread that is over you. But then in a moment like in the build up to the Christian Turner home run, there's no dread. No one is thinking in the ballpark, oh God, what's he gonna do here? I mean, there's nerves, I guess, but there's not that. Well, Taylor Green would go out there last year, and you'd be like, well, what's he gonna do this time to screw this up? I mean, like you know what I'm talking about, like it's that kind of thing. But that doesn't happen, in certain moments. I mean, there have been times earlier in the year, I'm sure, where there were, a certain hitter would come to the plate and people go, oh, well, that's an easy out. But that was not. No one had that in their mind in the entire ballpark. I don't think on Sunday, and that's and you saw what the results were there. It's weird. Thank you, Rod.
Over the course of the last 15 years, baseball's given us a lot more positive memories than negative ones. Basketball's kicked it in high gear since Muss's second season. Football, not so much. So it's the same. That cycle that you've seen before, the Razorback cycle, and I'm forgetting there's so much pressure on the baseball team because the football team typically lets us down. Then the basketball season ends, and it's like, okay, what can baseball do for us? It's our last leg, and I wondered when Arkansas was struggling, would people all of a sudden just latch on a softball and potentially them getting to Oklahoma City for the first time ever? But there is a pressure because I've talked with players about it. I'm like, so do you guys feel that, like just on campus and with fans and everything else? Because there's that niche baseball fandom, but a lot of Arkansas fans will once SEC play or you get to Hoover, then a good chunk of the contingency really locks in, and they're like, yeah, we have to deal with that, but that's just kind of where it falls in the schedule and the calendar of sports. Derek.
But wouldn't you rather go somewhere where people care than somewhere where they run into you on campus and it's like that scene from Major League? Oh, we have baseball here? I didn't know we had a team. Because that's not the way it is here. And one of the things that Dave's talked about through the years is that this is not for everybody here. Because there's real expectation and there's real pressure. And these games matter a lot, both in terms of the league and with the fans and, in terms of you as a individual, trying to make a career out of this because there's going to be more eyeballs on you when you're in the SEC playing college baseball than in some of these other places. So not everybody's cut out for that. Yeah.
I was just going to say, Arkansas is just so unique where we truly care so much about football, basketball, and baseball. And I know softball's taken a giant leap in the last 8 years under Coach Deifel, but you just don't find that in a lot of other places. Tennessee, now that Vitello's gone, I don't think Elander's going to be able to carry that torch. I know Georgia's picked it up with Wes Johnson. They don't give a bleep about basketball. Alabama, while basketball has grown immensely under Nate Oates, they have a good baseball team. It's not the same level of care. Arkansas really is such a unique, where there are rabid fans for each of the three major sports, and really the fan base just follows what season it is and then goes from there.
Eddie and Rogers think we should do a QC Kinetics ad for all of the different maladies that are going on here. I don't know how I cured my eyesight, but I can see now. Apparently, I don't really know. Up close, anyway. Distance, not good, but
not so good.
Whatever.
Is this a today occurrence, a today instance, or the last few days?
It's been the last few weeks. So today I found these old glasses in my desk here, and I'm like, well, let me try these and see what happens. And they were okay, but I still couldn't read these scripts worth a darn in here. So I just said, you know what? I'm going to just take the glasses off, see what happens. And now the scripts are crystal clear. Luckily, I don't have to look, 35 feet in the Ashton's right over here. I don't have to. He's not way off in the distance, so I can see him. I can see, the clock and the different stuff. So I'm okay. But if I had to look 400 feet in the outfield, probably wouldn't be good. But I don't have to do that here.
You're saying you wouldn't have been able to catch a fly ball this weekend?
No, I don't think so. No. But anyway, it's.
Well, I'm happy for you.
It's nice to see. I mean, it's everything up close has been so blurry. You're kind of guessing your way through it. I don't know. These are my problems, not anybody else's, but they are my problems. So it is what it is. All right, Ty's going to continue here. We're going to continue here on Ruscin and Zach. 877-377-6963 is how you can get in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Here on Ruscin and Zach. Okay, the Hit That Line Now app is, of course, brought to you by Taco Bell. Taco Bell turned Diablo sauce into a dust, and they're dusting the new Diablo Dusted Crispy Chicken Nuggets in it. A brand new classic only at Taco Bell at participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time and while supplies last. Okay, stick around. Ruscin and Zach, you're listening to ESPN Arkansas, and that Hit That Line Now app, which is brought to you by Taco Bell. We'll be right back.
It's Monday, May 4th. I'm Brandon Evans. This is your 40-29 News Update, 60 seconds. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders was in Fort Smith today touring the newly opened Workforce Development Center. We'll look at that and other efforts to find people summer jobs. And with summer not far away, and the cost of cooling your home on the rise, how is that affecting LIHEAP? That's the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. In other news, state lawmakers are back at the Arkansas Capitol today for a special session. Elected leaders are focusing on income and corporate tax rates. And in sports, we'll recap Razorback action from the weekend and look ahead to what's on deck this week. Weather-wise, just a beautiful start to the work week after what has been a fantastic weather weekend. However, Chief Meteorologist Darby Bybee is tracking some changes you'll want to know about. Tune in tonight for your Get Ready weather forecast. For everything else, join me, Brandon Evans, tonight on 4029 News.
Mother's Day and graduation are right around the corner. Celebrate with Richard's Country Meat Market. Serve mom and your grad the best with tender fillets, prime rib, chicken, and gourmet burgers, always fresh and full of flavor. Add house-made dips and home-style sides like mac and cheese and garlic scallop potatoes. Then finish it off with a sweet apple pie. Richard's Country Meat Market, just east of College and Rolling Hills Drive in Fayetteville. Visit richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service. Satisfied customers and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Scott Comiskey in Bella Vista and Steve Harp in Springdale.
Do you have old jewelry that you never wear that's just gathering dust? Here at Swift Jewelry, one of our favorite things to do is to repurpose your heirloom jewelry into something that fits your current style. Bring in your old jewelry and fresh ideas and let our expert jewelers breathe new life into a dazzling new creation that you'll be proud to wear. There's something extra special about a stunning piece of jewelry that tells a beautiful, sentimental story about the past. Come share your dreams with us at Swift's Jewelry in beautiful downtown Fayetteville, your personal jeweler since 1956.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, not when you work with Tara Limbird and the Limbird Real Estate Group. With over $1 billion in real estate sold, Tara's team knows how to make the process simple, successful, and even enjoyable. They can provide you with a cash offer in 72 hours, or you can use Tara's high-octane marketing and sell your home for thousands over asking. When it's time to buy or sell, trust a team that delivers results. Go to LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback, the only local family and Arkansas alumni Razorback store in the state.
And the Stadium Shop is the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
You know, it seems there's always a Razorback sporting event happening.
And if you need something new for your home, office, or just want to update your wardrobe, the Stadium Shop has new stuff arriving all the time.
And we don't have to ask someone from corporate office to get something that Hog fans want. We are the corporate office.
Hey, Matt, did you hear about the tree out in front of the store?
No, what about it?
I heard it's a bit shady.
Wow, you've got to leave these jokes alone.
Anyway, you can see the shady tree and all the hog stuff at 989 South Razorback Road here in Fayetteville.
But not everyone can get to Fayetteville, so we've got one of those www.
Dad, again, it's called a website, and it's shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or they can call us at 479 Stadium. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
You have to come see this store. It's a Razorback fan's dream. Alumni Hall. This is where you come to find anything and everything Hogs you could ever want. Razorback apparel, tailgate gear, hats, Yeti, accessories, you name it. Alumni Hall's got it. And it even gets better. They have the best loyalty program around. You earn $10 in rewards for every $150 you spend. You gotta love that. For all you Razorback fans out there, come shop at Alumni Hall on College Avenue, alumnihall.com, or download the app. The ultimate Razorback shopping experience.
The Crane Team is your home for all your automotive needs. With 6 different dealerships in Northwest Arkansas and America's favorite brands, the Crane Team has the perfect vehicle for you. From pickup and delivery to service after the sale. Plus our famous, huge Crane Cash discounts, the Crane Team simply can't be beat. Shop Arkansas's largest selection of Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, and more. Visit us today or shop online at craneteam.com.
KAKS Goshen, Fayetteville. This is Ruscin Zach, live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios on ESPN 99.5. Broadcasting from the Crane Automotive Team Studio, the most honest show in the history of Arkansas Talk Radio.
Baby, you are so talented, and they are so dumb.
Derek Ruskin.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
Zach Arns.
Notre Dame, our mother.
Setting the standard for talk radio in the state of Arkansas.
The problem we're trying to solve is that there are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Sometimes when you win, you really lose. And sometimes when you lose, you really win. And sometimes when you win or lose, you actually tie.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach.
It's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care.
Start right now.
Red in Missouri, Ty, says he's got some sort of caffeine from the rainforest powder you should put in your drink.
I initially read that text as gonorrhea, to be honest, Eric. But
I thought it was guana, like bat duty. That's what I thought he was talking about. Like you see in the Blanchard Springs Cavern or whatever. The big piles of it.
When's the last time you've been there?
7, 8 years ago.
I was gonna say, I went when I was like 10. Hadn't been back. That's a cool place.
No, it was awesome. Yeah.
Stalagmites, stalactites.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. 58 degrees, no matter what time of year it is in there.
Yep.
Yep. I love that place. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we went in 6th grade, I think, for the school trip. And then I went back a couple more times after that because I dragged my parents there. It was so fun.
So when I walk into Harding Academy, is there like a big Derek Ruskin shrine?
No.
Up there?
No, there's not. No. There is no shrine. No. There's no museum. There's none of that. Although someone I sort of know because he's in the and again, I don't know what they call it now, the communications department or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He had this he had one of these Frogger, like he had a random person living in his crawl space in his house. He didn't know it. Yeah. I saw this.
Cersei?
Yes. Yeah. I saw this on THV 11.
Wow.
He was noticing like, stuff was moving around in the house, chairs and everything. And he's like, I don't know what's going on. So he sends his his daughter and his son-in-law over there, and they start to snooping around, and they I think she saw eyeballs or something. It's really weird. And it was just some guy just hanging out in there, and then he got arrested for trespassing or whatever. He's lucky he didn't get shot, but they got him out of there. He's just living in a crawl space.
Dude, that is wild.
It's called frogging, with a PH. Frogging. There was a thing on it on Hulu last year, and my wife and I watched part of it, and we're like, yeah, I don't really want to see the rest of this. This is really unsettling that there could be someone living in the attic and we don't know about it or whatever. It's weird, man.
I have a basement that has a crawl space, and I've never shined a flashlight in there. Maybe I should. Maybe I need to.
If stuff starts moving around, it may just not be stuff moving around. It may be someone moving stuff around there. Yeah. On your mansion, on whatever fairway it is at the golf course. Sure.
I wish someday.
Ty is here. Zach's out this week. 877-377-6963. I should have watched this entire show last night, but I saw the clip today of this. Did you see this draft show, this NFL draft, where they had they were behind the scenes in these different draft rooms? The clip I saw was with the Cowboys when they got Caleb Downs.
Yeah. I did not watch the show in its entirety, but I did see a clip or two. Just on social.
This clip, I mean, this is nothing. No one can package and sell television better than the National Football League.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like the Cowboys. And the draft, okay, it's kind of interesting. But the way this was all presented, how Steven's on the phone and they reject the first trade, and then they get the other trade that go through, and then they have 10 seconds to someone has to hit the button or they miss their turn in the draft. And then everybody's yelling. And Jerry's on the phone, like, Caleb, can you hear me? Can you hear me? You're a Cowboy. Everybody's yelling at his place at the Cowboys. I don't know if the rest of the show is that compelling, but it was one of the most compelling clips I've seen in a while from the National Football League. It was outstanding.
Twitter has almost morphed me into only watching clips rather than the full shows. I'll watch full games, and I'll watch a TV show now and then. But when I see these documentaries, and it almost takes effort for me to stay still and watch the whole thing because I'm so used to these 30-second, 45, 1.5 minute clips now that it's my brain's conditioned to just watch that, Derek, rather than the actual show.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it was on, and I was like, well, that might be interesting, but I didn't record it or anything. I assume it's on the ESPN app if I wanted to watch it again somehow. But, that clip was 3.5 minutes or something, and I'm like, God, this is really interesting, how this all works and how, they're on the phone, and it's it's going right down to the wire here, apparently.
You can say what you want about Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, but they are always interesting.
Yeah,
always.
They honestly usually draft, at least in the last few years, they usually draft pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Downs is an incredible player, I mean, when you play as a true freshman in Nick Saban's defensive backfield, you are elite. And I know he transferred to Ohio State for the following 2 years, but that kid is a dog. And Dallas got a great player in Caleb Downs.
Abner hates this conversation. Of course, Abner's an Eagles fan, and a Sixers fan. Probably a Flyers fan too. So that's another thing too. But Abner says Dallas always wins in the draft and loses the regular season. Which is always true. But think about this time. Think about these two big cities. Which these are two cities that I think, from a sports standpoint, are like Arkansas, like the rabid fandom. And I'm talking about Philadelphia and Boston. Like Boston right now, Celtics out. Bruins out, Red Sox in last place, Vrabel's the butt of the joke nationally, and now Philadelphia is Sixers advance, Flyers advance, Philly's okay. They fire their manager, but they're usually okay. It's like
Eagles with the recent Super Bowl.
Eagles, yeah, like Philadelphia is like they don't know what to do with their hands because they're used to losing. And now they're having success, at least in the short term, and Boston's the butt of the joke for the first time in a really long time in sports.
And that city has, unlike this year, has produced so many champions. When you think about the Brady, Belichick dynasty, the Bruins have won within the last 2 decades. You think about the Red Sox and the World Series titles in the last 2 decades, and what am I missing? And the Celtics, who won it all. What was it? 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
And then have been one with KG in them. And so, the last 2 decades has been very kind to Boston sports fans. So it's about time they suffer through some turmoil and pain like all of us seemingly have to endure.
Like, I'm not crazy about Philadelphia having success, but I am enjoying Boston being just the butt of the joke nationally. And then, so you know this, but for the people that don't know, when a team is eliminated from the NBA playoffs, they are sent fishing by Inside the NBA. They have this big boat, and they have a bunch of funny pictures. And so last night on Inside in the NBA, they have Diana Rossini and Vrabel at the front of the boat, like Jack and what's her name from Titanic, Rose, like they're doing the Titanic thing.
It's great.
Oh,
and
I love it.
You got like Ben Affleck, Matt Damon,
yeah.
Bill Simmons, super fan, all these Boston super fans that are on the boat as well. It is Inside the NBA as good as it was on TNT? No, but they still have, like, when Shaq gave the Atlanta Hawks CPR the other day, I lost it.
He had the hawk in the little coffin.
Yeah. He is so – those guys, like I feel like I try at my job, but those guys are so effortless in being funny.
Yeah.
Like, I love College Game Day, but it's not the best television studio show. It's Inside the NBA.
Yeah.
And the chemistry, like, it was already really good with with Kenny and Charles and Ernie. When they added Shaq, though, years ago, it went to another level.
Yeah. Yeah. When I saw what the Knicks were doing to the Hawks – I get to the TV, and there's about 2 minutes to go in the first half, and I'm like, well, I have to see what these guys are going to say about this. Like, it's the only reason to have the TV on, and they did not disappoint with Shaq singing "Boys to Men," and it was just it was so good. And then so maybe they've found something here over the last few days to get back to that kind of the tradition of Inside the NBA as opposed to maybe being a little too buttoned up throughout their first year associated with ESPN. I don't know.
Give credit to the ESPN producer who just said, bleep it, we're going to do this. And slap Rossini and Vrabel, because that's something they would have done on TNT without even thinking about it. But ESPN now tied in with the NFL. So I'd be curious if someone got a call or got yelled at.
Probably. But I mean, you're not having fun if you're not getting calls or yelled at. That's not a thing. ESPN would usually want to have like 20 meetings about, well, who do we put on here and and that's why a lot of their shows suck, is because they meet it to death, and it's just it's not spontaneous or fun. That was spontaneous and fun from those guys.
Well,
So
on that show, similar to Ruskin and Zach, you just never know where it's going to go. Like you have an idea, like this show is loosely talking about Arkansas athletics. That show is loosely talking about the National Basketball Association, and then they just go in these directions. Like when the Galveston conversation a couple years ago, and they just start bashing Galveston, Texas, as like suburb of Houston, which has I haven't been to a ton of beaches. It's the worst beach I've ever been to. So they're dead on right that. But it's just wild the directions that they go, and they make it as entertaining as content as it gets.
Yeah, that's right. It's good. It's a lot of fun. I don't know how we got from the draft to inside the NBA, but Philadelphia probably was the tie. Anyway, yeah, we'll but that show with the draft, I don't even know what it was called last night, but it was they were in certain, it was like the NFL Films kind of treatment, but on the draft instead of like Hard Knocks or anything like that. And it was the clip I saw was compelling. It was very compelling TV, as the NFL usually is.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Since we were talking about the Cowboys and Jerry Jones. One of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders is dating Cooper DeJean.
Okay.
Would you consider that betrayal if you're Jerry Jones? Or an act of treason, if you will?
I don't know.
I wonder how he feels about that, if he knows it all.
But they're not allowed to date, like, Cowboy players.
Correct.
So I guess you could date other players. I don't know. The show is called The Pick Is In. And it debuted last night on ESPN on the ESPN app. It's NFL Films and Skydance Sports. They followed around a few picks and then the process of getting them and everything here. So that's what it's called. The Pick Is In. It's the name of that.
Did you like Draft Day? Obviously, kind of two different concepts. But did you like that movie with Kevin Costner?
I have not seen Draft Day, if you can believe it.
Have you not?
I have not. No, I haven't seen it.
I think you would like it. I think. To me, it's worth 2 hours. I thought it was a good movie.
Okay. Maybe I'll get to it one of these days. You know, I'm going to be up in the middle of the night a lot here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll figure it out and see if I can find Draft Day streaming somewhere. I don't know. But no, I haven't seen that. I should, though.
Dan and Rogers, Ty shows up and it turns into a sports talk show. I feel like
Monday is always, like, if you were here Friday, it'd be totally different. But Monday is a heavy sports day around here. It always is, because there's all this crazy stuff that happened. And we're going to do Bum of the Week in an hour or so.
Let's go.
From the weekend. And, yeah, I mean, that's it. Mondays are always this way, even when Zach's here. So, yeah, there's a lot of sports. But as the week goes, like, the sports content drops to, dangerously low levels at the end of the week.
Does the audience know where he's at? Did he inform or?
I don't think. No,
okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
No.
Undisclosed location.
Yeah, it's undisclosed. He doesn't want to be bothered. He doesn't want people taking the picture of the back of his head in the wherever he's going. So that's what you got to watch out for.
Well, I thought of you two the other day. I don't know if Tommy had the same conversation. The Friends producer took the cast to Vegas, and before the first episode aired, he said, "This will be the last time that you guys can go somewhere in public and not be recognized."
Yeah.
So I don't know if Tommy, before Ruskin and Zach took on its inaugural show, if he took you guys out to Ruth Chris and said, "This will be," well, you were already recognizable.
Well, I don't know about that.
Looking at Zach, well, Video Stream wasn't around when the Morning Rush, when you and Tommy were doing it. But if he looked at both of you, to be like, "This is the last time you guys can go anywhere without being recognized."
No, I don't think we're that important, but it is weird. You turn up in the strangest places, and people are like, "Oh yeah," and no one has ever said to my face they hate the show. You can get people on the screen all the time. Hey, you suck. What is this garbage or whatever? But whenever you see people in real life, they're like, they always like the show. So that's always interesting. It's like, if you hate it, just say you hate it. I mean, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna hit you. I mean, I don't care. Like, whatever.
Just, you have this random kid that comes up to you and goes, "You suck," and then just walks away.
Thank you. What a refreshing change of pace that would be. Yes.
I think that it's the classic social media warrior. People, rare is it that I see any interactions in today's day and age where people just bash someone else directly to their face.
No.
We live in such a like a digital world nowadays. Like, you don't mind getting on with your burner account and saying a bunch of things, but doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
Nope, sure doesn't. All right, well, we'll take a break here. 877-377-6963 is how you can get in here. It's just about 17 minutes after the hour. Here on Ruscin and Zach, and Roback.com has brand new Arkansas stuff, hoodies and polos. And you need to get your hands on this stuff at Roback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 and get 20% off your first order. RHOBACK, Roback.com, code RUSH26 to get 20% off. Roback, where action meets comfort.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
There's no more of this loser mentality.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
The Crane Automotive team has 16 locations across Arkansas and is home to the Crane Commitment. You'll find Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, and access to thousands of pre-owned vehicles. Vehicles for every lifestyle and every budget. Even if you're not in the market for a vehicle, the Crane Team service centers offer the latest in vehicle diagnostic technology and
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got trophies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Taco Bell's Lutz boxes are going to people's heads. Because once they've indulged in the mainstays of the $5 box, the decadence of the $7 box, and the abundance of the $9 box with its monumental triple-double crunch wrap, they start expecting everything to be as Lutz. Don't let the Lutz go to your head.
Where's the doorman?
There is no doorman.
That's why we're waiting.
Let's go. Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lutz boxes.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for. Only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com. RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Tommy Kraft here.
Faster, simpler, and more transparent. Superior.
See dealer for details.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
The best mornings start with Wrangler. Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy.
Wow, Charles Barkley?
I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
Sure, Chuck. That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for. Open 7 days a week.
Oh, can I use your ATM? My dog walker only takes cash.
Anything for a neighbor.
Can I try the catchphrase?
Sure. Take it for a spin.
There's no fees and minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
Nice, Chuck. I'll take it from here. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bankguy for details. Capital One and a member FDIC.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
ESPN 99.5.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. It's not a sports show. It's Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Okay, we're back here. Ruskin and Zach. Ty in for Zach. ESPN Arkansas. 877-377-6963 is how you can get in here on the program and talk about stuff. Dr. Tyler believes that Zach is on his 72-hour hold at the Washington County Detention Center. That is not true. It's a good guess, though, but that's not true. Wookie Erotica thinks he's at another Notre Dame old folks camp. Listen, we don't have to talk about Notre Dame at all this week, so let's celebrate that. Let's enjoy that. Not even bring it up in passing. God knows we're going to hear all about it during football again. So let's enjoy the peace.
I can't. I typically listen to y'all show, but I refuse to listen after that 52-10 game. I couldn't listen all week because I knew it was just going to be Notre Dame this, Notre Dame that, and I could not take it after what happened at Razorback Stadium that Saturday.
It was 56-13, as he will point out, and it's written on a sign here in the Ruskin and Zach studio. I know. Even my eyesight, I can see it. That's too bad.
Better game in South Bend in 28, Derek?
I don't know. Who's going to be the coach here? Is this going to work out? I don't know.
Will Ryan Silverfield be the head coach in 2028 when you go to South Bend?
Yeah, I don't know. I said this last week, Ty, and I was telling my wife this the other day. Like, Razorback fans are in a good spot because one of two things is about to happen. Either A, football is going to be good and you're going to be happy, or B, football is going to be bad and you're getting a new athletic director. because there's no way they'll let him hire another failed football coach here. There's too much at stake with football, particularly now when the budget is so as allegedly tight as they claim that it is. So either way, Hog fans are in line for something that'll maybe perk them up a little bit. I don't know.
You're looking at this glass half full, man. I like
weird,
it.
Right?
Yeah, I know. I'm not used to that. Man, that would be. I would rather have the first thing happen, just because I think. And when you say good, when we're talking about flirting with double digits, they're not going to go from 2 to 10 wins.
No.
But I would be. This is going to sound like loser talk, but I would be thrilled if they went 6-6 and then won a bowl game, went 7-6. I would be happy because that's a 5-win improvement from what they were a year ago. Now, if you do it the next year, I'm just going to be like, all right, this whatever. But if they did in year 1 under Silverfield, I would be ecstatic about that turnaround.
You just need that would be an indication that the arrow is going up again for the first time, because it in something that is completely unfair to Ryan Silverfield. All of the past coaches' garbage is dumped on his shoulders, and it's like, okay, well, you stink because all these other guys stink, so you must stink too. And we don't know. He could, but he also may not be that bad. We have not even seen a game or series of games. There's no way of knowing right now. Some of the indicators early on maybe give people pause, let's just say. But until they're playing real games, there's no way to make a call one way or the other. But yeah, that would be. Oh, he'd be coach of the year if they went to a bowl game, wouldn't he? In this league,
I would think.
In his first year.
Yeah.
Because he'd have to beat somebody good that he wasn't supposed to beat. Probably a couple of them, maybe even three or four games where they'd be underdogs, where they'd win, and that would get you certain coach of the year consideration, I would think.
Their road schedule. And again, if we're looking at this like from the pie in the sky perspective,
yeah, sure,
is not awful. Think about, and I'm not talking about the Utah game week 2. A&M, you're probably going to get drilled by Marcel Reed and company in College Station. But Vanderbilt post Diego Pavia, Auburn year 1 goalish. Yeah, Texas and Archer's probably going to throw for 560 against you again. But like 2 of the 4 games in the SEC. I could see them winning against Vanderbilt or Auburn. You ain't beating Texas, you ain't beating Texas A&M. But at least one of those games you can win. And then you pick off, I don't know, 1, maybe 2 of these important home games. All the home games are, with the exception of South Carolina, are going to be really tough. Missouri, you can't seem to beat. Tennessee's going to be tough. Georgia, of course, is going to be brutal. South Carolina, not so much. And then maybe LSU's looking ahead at the last game of the season.
One of the things that I don't like about how this whole conversation is framed with football around here is about how tough the schedule is. If you were good, the schedule is ripe with opportunities to be in the middle of some sort of national discussion. I just like it's. I think we look at it completely the wrong way when we focus on how tough the schedule is, and I don't think fans are buying it. Like, I don't think fans care anymore. Like, initially, maybe this was an idea to maybe kind of the media to help take off some of the heat on the coach, but I don't think fans care anymore. They're like, well, we have the toughest schedule every year, and nobody wins. So, it's not. What do we do? Like,
well, think about Arkansas basketball playing all Elite 8 teams from a year ago, and the conversation was surrounding it of, hey, this is going to prepare you for a March run. Well, it didn't. It ended, unfortunately, in the Sweet 16. But the idea and the premise of Arkansas playing one of the toughest schedules in college basketball was a good thing. We pointed out the good aspects of what that will do. Football-wise, because you're at the bottom next to Mississippi State and Kentucky, basically, it's framed a different way.
Hacker just texted on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Zach's PIN number may be 5613 now after
That's
what
funny.
Notre Dame did to Arkansas last year.
Did you see Mitchell's text? He said he'd rather suck and Hunter get fired.
Well, there is what is that? There's a name for that where you root for bad things, so later on the good thing you want will happen. There's some people that feel that way, I guess. I don't know. But one of 2 things is it seems like there's 1 or 2 roads here. Like, there's no middle. There's there's two exits off this highway, and I don't know which one it's going to be. But
Sean and Alma said he looked in the sky and there is no pie.
that's too bad. Look in the floor, Sean. There might be pie in the floor. Floor pie. Anyway, do you know? Let me ask you another question, because you talk to a lot of people who are actually fans, and are fans in the sense that they are more optimistic than the fans we talk to every day around here. Is anybody like pleased with the job Hunter Yurachek has done that you talk to? Like, do you have anybody that says, "Man, I don't understand why everybody, says stuff about this guy"?
Well, so we were talking about this last week at Crane. I mean, I presented some things that I think he's done that were popular as fans kind of reacted to them in real time. But the number one job of any athletics director is to hire and retain a good football coach, and he is yet to do that. And so, like I don't have the fiscal sense and the understanding of what goes on within athletics departments for board of trustee members to be thrilled with what he's doing. I just don't like when you're from a certain cut of cloth, Derek, and you live in a certain house and you live in a certain neighborhood, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm not well off. I'm in a good situation in my life, but like you get locked into how those people think and how those people feel, and you forget that 90% of the Razorback contingency is not a part of that tax bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not belittling anyone for busting their ass and getting rich. That's awesome. Hopefully he can do that someday. I just think that like you get locked in these modes. Like Tommy and I were talking, why in the hell do you only have 4 visits on this All-In Road show next week?
Yeah.
4. 3 in Arkansas, 1 on the road. You got to get this guy in front of every fan you can.
Yeah.
Why is there 4 stops when Pittman was even going to 8?
And 1 in Fayetteville. So really, there's like 2 in the state of Arkansas, and 1 in the town where your campus is located.
This also needs to be talked about. There's not as many in-home visits and all this stuff anymore with recruiting, because basically recruits just want to pick up a phone and figure out how much money they can make. There's less and less of these personal connections, so you can't use the excuse of, well, so-and-so's on the road recruiting, so-and-so's got to have this amount of time, whatever. That's kind of withered away, or at least a lot of it has. So I just don't understand, and I from some people I talked to, he's gone to a lot of events and stuff, and he needs to continue. I just don't understand why this was laid out and decided. 3 places in Arkansas, 1 in Fayetteville. Understand why you're going to Frisco. Completely get it. But it doesn't make any sense to me.
If this guy is as compelling, remember they told him he had 1 conversation with that guy at the basketball game and got $1 million or whatever it was. If he's that compelling, show that to your fans. If he can do that with 1 conversation with that guy, like they told us, then why not feature that? Why not have more stops? Part of it, we were talking about this in the last few weeks too. A couple weeks ago when they announced just the 4 tour stops, like we've been talking about. But when they sort of when the university blamed COVID for a lot of things. It was a cop out. Not going to all these different Razorback Club functions and the Razorback clubs kind of going away. But there are still fans in South Arkansas, and according to this tour, it's like, to hell with you. Like we don't care.
The Delta might be the most forgotten part of our state, and you wonder why some kids are. Like, it's not easy all the time to go get a talented baseball player down there that come up to Fayetteville, because in some cases he's just as close to Louisiana State as he is to Fayetteville. I'm not going to sit here. Like, Tommy was, what Tommy was ticked about? Tommy was ticked they're not making a pit stop to Fort Smith, and he's not the only one. It's the 3rd largest city in your state, and you're not going. And listen, you can't appease everyone. I understand that. But this idea that Sam Pittman, there was 8 of those things for him, and you can't even do the same number as you did I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe someone can explain that to me why they decided on this, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, Derek.
No, I again, if this guy is so compelling talking to people and selling, what he's going to do here to the point where he got the job, we talked about the thing, at Bud Walton where, they talked about talking to the guy in the lounge there with the Gucci Row Club or whatever they are, the Courtside Club, and getting him to open. Like, if he's that good, why won't you show us he's that good? Why is it like a secret? Is he not that good and you're trying to hide him? Are they worried what kind of reception Hunter will get in some of these places? Well, don't even bring Hunter then. Yeah, I mean, what's have Zimmerman MC the thing or whatever. I don't know, but I mean, I'm with you. I don't understand. There is still, as much as the internet and social media, and it feels like you can connect with people on your phone like never before, players and coaches. There is still no substitute for being in a room with a coach of your favorite team, and as I said, the only thing between you and him is air. There's just nothing like you. You can't replace that. There's nothing like it. You can watch somebody on TV. You can hear them here on ESPN Arkansas, but they're missing an opportunity here by taking away some of those chances for people to just sit in there and let the guy preach.
One thing, and I could be proven wrong this year and the years to come. I think he truly believes he can win here.
Yep.
I don't think that element of his marketing and his speeches and how he speaks to fans and players, I think he thinks that. But there's been three other guys that thought they could win here too, and it didn't work out for Bielema, Pittman, and Morris. So, he did this thing with Pete Nakos of On 3, and he talked about some of those guys that have done some good things, which he's right. Like, there were some good things Brett Bielema did, Sam Pittman did. I can't really think of one Chad Morris did. But, how do you pull the good that they had in the last decade or so and then wash out the bad? You're always going to be at a talent deficiency. I know he just got that Dent kid to commit, but I mean, you look at where Arkansas stacks up in the SEC, it is gross how different high school level football is compared to everywhere else. It's just not it's not even the same stratosphere in the SEC. You got the talent deficiency, you got the funds deficiency, and so if you're going to win here, to me, you have to be an elite coach or a really good X's and O's guy. And my thought with him is if you couldn't win a conference championship at Memphis, where there was reports that they had the highest amount of NIL of anyone in the American, then I don't know. Again, every situation is different. I just don't understand how he's going to win enough here.
Yeah.
Based on that.
Jim in Mountain Homes on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Hi, Jim.
Hey, you're talking about promotion, and I got a quick question. Does Coach Cal have a show yet, or is that in the works for what? For basketball season?
A show like a radio show?
A radio, yeah.
Yeah, he does one. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm new to the area.
Yeah, he's on
and
Monday
it's only
nights.
during the season?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for answering my question. You guys, that regional stuff really gets me, because how much are you losing to Mississippi State if you don't go Eastern Arkansas?
Yeah. No, it's
drives me crazy.
Yep. I think a lot of people. Thank you, Jim. Yeah. Yeah, Cal does a radio show. Now, sometimes he's not on it because he's going on one of his fancy trips or whatever. But, yeah, he's on there. And Silverfield will have the radio show again when the fall starts too. But that's here. That's locally. That's Northwest Arkansas. And it's heard everywhere. But you cannot – it's a premium to be in the same room with that person. And to some of these towns – this is a dopey little radio show. But sometimes when you go to some of these places, they're just so happy that anybody from, Razorback land or whatever it is or adjacent to it, that they're happy to see you. And I don't know. There's a lot more to discuss on this that we'll get to coming up here in a moment on Ruscin and Zach. Our podcast every day is brought to you by 479 Equipment Company. Exit 65 in Fayetteville. You can find them at 479equipment.com. Bad Boy Mowers and 479 Equipment. Mow with an attitude.
You think it, they say it. This is Ruscin and Zach, live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios.
At Sterling Bank, they're committed to the Northwest Arkansas community, and as members of this community, their relationships go beyond banking. They're cheering on the same teams, shopping at the same stores, and serving the same causes that help make our community a great place to live. So stop by your local branch in Fayetteville, Rogers, or Bentonville and discover the Sterling Bank difference with their top-notch customer service and complete menu of products. Sterling Bank, your community bank. Member FDIC.
Dean Rollins for Superior Ford in Siloam Springs. We're known for the lowest price on a new Ford in Northwest Arkansas.
It's back, the lowest price ever on the new 2026 Ford F-150 SDX Creek Cab 4-wheel drive, now $38,900. Or get a new 2026 Ford Bronco select models now up to $8,000 off MSRP. Nobody sells a new Ford for less. Shop us first. SuperiorFordNWA.com.
Superior Ford, faster, simpler, and more transparent. Superior.
See dealer for details.
When you're craving scratch-made food, 29-degree draft beer, and the best seat in the house for every game, there's only one place to go: Twin Peaks. From juicy burgers and smoked in-house wings to ice-cold brews served by the friendliest team around, Twin Peaks is your ultimate sports lodge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you never miss a moment. So grab your crew and head to Twin Peaks, where the views are great, the food hits hard, and the beer is always colder than your ex's heart. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. They have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. Absolute Janitorial Service cleans multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and so much more. Call Absolute Janitorial Service today for a free quote at 866-WITH-AJS. That's 866-948-4257. See what an absolute difference they can make for your business.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Hey, it's Eric Ruscin. I'll be live Friday, May 8th, taking the Ruscin and Zach Show on the road to Chevrolet of Fayetteville inside Fayetteville Auto Park. We'll be live from 2 to 6 p.m., talking hogs, hanging out, so come by, say hey, and check out their incredible lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're thinking about upgrading your ride, this is the place to be. Friday, the Ruscin and Zach Show, live from 2 to 6 p.m. at Chevrolet of Fayetteville inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Don't miss it.
The weather is brought to you by the Springdale Public Schools.
Hello, folks. I'm Chief Meteorologist R.B. Bybee. The 4029 Get Ready Weather forecast. Well, beautiful weather out there today. We are watching for a chance for a few hit-and-miss showers and storms later on tonight, so after the evening hours and mainly after midnight. But certainly a stronger one could be in there, so we'll keep an eye on that. As we go into our Tuesday, waking up to low 60s and warming back into the mid-70s on Tuesday afternoon. Chance for another hit-and-miss shower or storm. We'll have to watch for a severe one there as well. Quieter for Wednesday, but cooler with highs in the low 60s. That's your Get Ready Weather only on 4029.
You want them safe, you want them loved, but you also want them ready.
In Springdale, we turn curiosity into confidence with literacy programs recognized by the University of Arkansas for top statewide growth, taught by educators that are award-winning experts in how children learn. Safe hearts, strong readers, bright futures. Springdale Public Schools. Unlock your genius and enroll today.
ESPN 99.5. Welcome to the entertaining portion of the broadcast day. This is Ruscin Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Okay, we are back here. Again, some of you are, well, I guess if you can't hear me, you can't hear me. So what does it matter? But we're having some problems for some of our people out there trying to listen to this. So we're trying to work through that, and Ty's trying to work through that, and we'll do the best we can to keep the thing moving here, because we're trying to troubleshoot and do a show all at the same time, and it's not easy. And there's no one else. We can't just throw it to network. BE thinks the U of A pulled the plug on the whole deal. Maybe that's what it was. Gilligan texted in here, Chad Morris drank Red Bull. That was cool. Yeah, that was his thing, right? It was very exciting. And Bob and Branson points out what we were talking about earlier. It's because Pittman was such a workaholic. Yeah, something like that. Sure. We've got the bum of the week coming up here. If you have something bum-worthy from the weekend, someone that really screwed up or let you down or whatever it is, you can send those in, 877-377-6963. And that'll come to us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline on the text side, and we'll read those out. And there you go. So we'll try all that. That sounds like Ty's back. So that's good. That's good.
This is not the day for this to be happening.
No, it isn't, because I can't host and fix at the same time. I can do one or the other. Like usually Zach's running around doing all this stuff when we have these sorts of problems.
Ashton's getting a crash course on the
Right.
beauties of radio from time to time.
Yes. Technology is great until it doesn't work, and then it's a pain in the rear. But and some of the this is jargon talk now for Ty and I. But like some of the web addresses I need, Ty, I don't have for like various pieces of equipment to evaluate the status of them. So like I'm looking at this spreadsheet and I can't find the stuff I need. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's another thing. But we press on. That's all we can do, right?
It's what we do, man. It's what we do.
That. Yeah.
Grin and bear it.
Bobby and Ashdown, rally killer with the radio equipment. Yeah, I know, right? It's like a strikeout. We had the bases loaded, and guy strikes out. Rally killer. We were cooking there, man.
Austin wants to know: did we lose Ashton already?
No. Ashton is here. We have not talked to Ashton today. Ashton, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Everything good in there?
Yes.
Everything's working there.
Yeah,
it's beyond that room is where we're having some of the problems. So.
I'll take the. Did this happen to y'all at all last week?
I don't think so. This is on you.
Then I'll take the ownership of the blame. This is my fault. I take it in everything else. I'll just add this to the list. This is somehow my fault. I'll take it on the chin.
Someone in Missouri is blaming the wind. Okay. I mean, I guess that could be it. I don't know. The wind could knock out internet technology, I guess. Let's see what the wind's doing outside right now. We have 28-mile-an-hour gusts. We've had those before, though. That's not a big deal. I don't know. But yeah, we got the bum of the week coming up on the other side of 4 o'clock, so we'll get into all that stuff and everything. This is not a bum, but this was a thing that made me laugh over the weekend. Is TCU's baseball coach had a terrific ejection. They were playing Oklahoma State. Kirk Searloose is his name. And he goes out there. He's arguing. You can read his lips. He said, a couple words you can't say. He got thrown out. And so let me try to paint the picture for you. TCU's in the first base dugout, I believe, at Stillwater. So he grabs this leather bag, like a messenger bag, that clearly has been with Coach Searloose for a very long time. This is an old leather bag that he's got his papers in or whatever it is. And he does not exit through the dugout, Ty, like you would think, and go through the tunnels and into the locker room. No, he went through the left field wall, and he walked all the way across the field, taking his time, going all the way across the field, across the diamond, into the outfield, and he went out the wall in left field and I guess got on a bus. I don't know where he went, but he took the long way out. It was hilarious.
It's the Tim Lidscomb kid in Dazed and Confused. Remember when he was going to walk and then he goes out in the outfield and he gets paddled? That's the route
right.
the kid takes, or
yes.
the coach takes, I should say.
Yeah, he was suspended 2 games. I'm finding now for his viral ejection from over the weekend.
Is that the same guy that was the coaching when they came in here 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whenever it was?
Well, when did Schlossnagel leave?
He was in College Station for a minute, I felt like.
Let me see this guy.
That is a great video. I can't. We cannot undersell how old that leather bound bag is.
God. It's one of the oldest messenger bags I've ever seen.
This might have been your grandpa's bag.
He was there. He was the TCU assistant from 13 to 21. He took over in 22. So yeah, I think he would have been there in 23 when they beat Arkansas here, and that kid had 12 RBIs in a game or whatever it was.
My brother Richardson.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Phil said, your brother, I remember getting a text from Phil. It's like, your brother's killing us this series. I was like, yeah. Jeez Louise.
He was upset arguing some sort of tag play at third base. The replay overturned it, and he did not agree with that. And he did the old parking lot trot all the way across the baseball field.
Just incredible.
They lost the game 9-2. So later, now he did serve 1 game of the suspension yesterday. And he'll miss a Friday game against Utah because he got suspended 2 games because they, I guess they didn't appreciate his antics at the league office. I don't know. But, yeah. That was funny, though. Not my bum, but just something that made me laugh.
I'm curious who your bum is.
Yeah.
I would think.
Me too.
Do you not know it? You got to figure it. Hey, we got 7 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fly by the seat of our pants here. That's assuming we can hear each other in 7 minutes. I mean, we gotta figure all that out first. All right, 877-377-6963. Ruscin Zach with Ty, filling in today for Zach here on ESPN Arkansas. And the Greenland School District has youth sports camps that are coming up. They'll be here before you know it. Camps are open to everyone. And you do not have to attend Greenland School to attend these camps. You can go to greenlandsd.com. Registration does end May 18th. There's Pee Wee sports camps for kids entering grades 2 through 6, with the exception of football. That is 4th through 6th grade. And we're talking baseball, softball, and basketball in addition to the football camp. Baseball and softball camps are $20. Basketball and football, $35. And you get a T-shirt. greenlandsd.com if you want to learn more about this. The deadline for registration is May 18th.
It's Monday, May 4th. I'm Brennan Evans. This is your 40-29 News Update, 60 seconds. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders was in Fort Smith today touring the newly opened Workforce Development Center. We'll look at that and other efforts to find people summer jobs. And with summer not far away and the cost of cooling your home on the rise, how is that affecting LIHEAP? That's the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. In other news, state lawmakers are back at the Arkansas Capitol today for a special session. Elected leaders are focusing on income and corporate tax rates. And in sports, we'll recap Razorback action from the weekend and look ahead to what's on deck this week. Weather-wise, just a beautiful start to the work week after what has been a fantastic weather weekend. However, Chief Meteorologist Darby Bybee is tracking some changes you'll want to know about. Tune in tonight for your Get Ready Weather forecast. For everything else, join me, Brandon Evans, tonight on 4029 News.
Save some green this spring at Rath Mitsubishi. We've been hard at work getting ready for warmer weather, and we've put our best roster of new and pre-owned cars on the ground, priced to move. Get rates as low as 0% for 72 months on select new Mitsubishis, or save thousands off retail on road-ready certified pre-owned, all makes and models, backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our non-commissioned sales team, painless pricing playbook, and the nation's top lenders, we've got the deepest bench around, ready to take all the hassle out of getting your next ride. Venture off the beaten path at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B, Springdale.
New treatments for joint pain are here. By now you've heard about regenerative medicine. If you're wondering if you're a good candidate, answer these questions. First, does chronic pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or other joints keep you from doing the things you enjoy? Golfing, jogging, time with the family. Does it hurt doing the things you need to do, like getting out of bed, sleeping, working, and walking? And finally, do you want to avoid surgery and all of the pain, long recovery, and uncertainty that comes with it? If you answered yes to any of those, you need to call QC Kinetics now. Learn about exciting advancements in regenerative treatments that can give you long-lasting pain relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Get your free consultation today. Call QC Kinetics. That's QC Kinetics. Here's the phone number.
Call now, 479-999-1234. That's 479-999-1234. QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why we work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Ready to check us out? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Kerry Earwood in Rogers or Derek Wardlow in Rogers.
Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 LUT sponsors are so luxurious, you might wonder if a chauffeur will pick you up from the restaurant. And how could you not? With selections like the signature $5 bots, decadent $7 bots, and abundant $9 bots featuring the triple-double crunch wrap with layer upon layer of what you love. While the drink is included, a chauffeur isn't. So plan accordingly. Don't let the LUTs go to your head. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 LUT bots at Taco Bell today. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price of participation varies. Drinks excludes freezers and specialty beverages. That's extra.
The Roar E dirt bikes are unleashed, and they're ripping up everything you thought you knew about power. Instant torque that snaps your head back, silent speed that hits before you hear it. No gas, no gears, just pure electric domination. Twist it and hold on. Trail, track, street, doesn't matter. These machines are built to shred. Ready to go full throttle without the noise? Get your hands on a Roar E dirt bike today at Wheeler Power Sports. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967 in downtown Fort Smith.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. Service Titan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow. First call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan. AI for the trades.
Congratulations, you're officially part of the Crane Cash Winner's Circle. Feels good to celebrate those huge savings and all that extra Crane cash for your trade, doesn't it? With Crane, it's easy to feel like a champion.
That's because we'll beat any competitor's price. That's right. Bring us anyone else's deal and we'll beat it. Now that's winning. That's the Crane team.
Find your winning deal at craneteam.com.
KAKS Goshen, Fayetteville. This is Ruscin and Zach, live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios on ESPN 99.5. Broadcasting from the Crane Automotive Team Studio, the most honest show in the history of Arkansas Talk Radio.
Baby, you are so talented, and they are so dumb.
Derek Ruscin.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
Zach Arns.
Notre Dame, our mother.
Setting the standard for talk radio in the state of Arkansas.
The problem we're trying to solve is that there are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Sometimes when you win, you really lose.
And sometimes when you lose, you really win. And sometimes when you win or lose, you actually tie.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach
It's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care.
starts right now.
Okay, we're back here on Ruskin and Zach with Ty Richardson filling in for Zach today. 877-377-6963 is how you can get in there and join the festivities. How you doing, man? You doing all right? It's a long day, I know. It's a long
Derek,
day.
I had to refuel. I've got some shrimp, peas, and rice in my hands right now. I don't know what the food policy is on Ruskin and Zach. I'm assuming with as lax as everything else is, it's okay. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's
Cool.
fine. If I eat during the show, I'll eat 5 times. So far, I haven't managed to eat during the show yet, so I'm okay.
Do you wait? Because you got a 30-minute drive home to Rock. Do you wait to eat until you get home, or do you, like you said, do you eat just a couple snacks here and there? Because 4 hours is a long time.
It is. It just depends. Sometimes I'll have something like halftime, if you will, like right about now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get home and then we figure out, unless I know that I'm gonna be alone for dinner because there's work obligations or whatever happening. Then I'll go find food as soon as we're done. Yeah. But
Okay.
usually
Just on the way home.
Yeah, something like that, or get home and get something brought in or something like that. I don't know.
What does Ruskin cook when he's solo and Mrs. Ruskin's out?
Okay, so I lived alone for a little over a year.
Okay.
And the only meal I made in that apartment was some sort of pasta dish with red sauce. That's it. That's all I got. I mean, microwave stuff, but that doesn't count. You got to put it on a stove and boil water and do all that. So pasta, that's all I can do.
Pasta's good, man.
That's it.
There's
That's it.
nothing. I am a simple man. It's really hard to beat spaghetti and garlic bread. It really is.
Oh, so good. It's so good. Let's see. I'm gonna get something ready here for the next thing coming up. Yeah.
Someone in Missouri dissecting Derek's eating schedule and habits. Still better than sports.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Now, as you get into a real kitchen, and there's more things available. So, like every now and then, I'll make an omelet in the morning. Like I've been known to do that from time to time. How do you feel about omelets? Zach thinks they're peasant food, and he couldn't be more wrong about that. I love an omelet.
Zach comes across as a, and there's nothing wrong with eggs Benedict, but like that it seems like that level and above is what he eats. I love omelets.
Yeah,
dude, you've been around me. I'll eat anything.
Yeah.
Except for like mac and cheese.
Yeah, you won't eat mac and cheese. Yeah, I will eat mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese, or grown-up mac and cheese, which is like fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh.
Now that's good.
Had that this weekend. Oh,
Me
man,
too.
that's good.
What are the chances?
Mm.
Well, I did. All right. Yeah. So Decon is one of the people, I guess, looking forward to watching you eat during the on camera here during the rest of this. So
let's go.
Be mindful of that. I guess I don't know.
JT in Hot Springs says, "Do you buy sauce, Derek, or do you make your own spaghetti?" Man, you talking about a markability. Ruskin's red sauce.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
You talk about an extra stream of income that could go towards the Ruskin Jr.
My wife makes the sauce.
Ah.
So I don't know what's in it. I've seen her do it, but I don't know what's in it. I don't want to know what's in it. It's got to be a mystery.
Wow.
But yeah, we've made a few, and then we freeze them, right? And so, whenever we're like, hey, let's have pasta, just go thaw out one of the sauces, and you're ready to go. So that's yeah. But
do you now? This is a key since we're on this train. Do you? You mentioned you freeze the sauce, but do you like cook the spaghetti in the sauce itself? Do you toss the water out? Because I know there's like real Italian people and real Italian chefs will mix the water and the sauce together because you don't want to leave the the starch or the stickiness or whatever. There's a rationale and reason behind it.
You use some of the water, not all of it, but some of it. I have the noodles and the sauce going in separate pans.
Okay.
And then when the noodles have been strained and maybe you put that little bit of pasta water back in there, then you add the sauce and get it all going together.
Let's go.
I do not like having to scoop my own noodles and then the sauce separately. I want it all in the same pot.
You should give away a jar. I feel we could call it Mrs. Ruskin's red sauce the next live show we do, and I guarantee you we'd have show up before the show began at 2:00 just to get a jar of that sauce.
Probably. You know, my mom and her sisters, they make strawberry jam, like freezer jam every year.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. They should give that away. It's hard to get. Like I have to like put in like 3 different requests and like fill out forms. Like we want a jar up here. The Northwest Arkansas Ruskins want a jar. Okay, all right, we'll get it.
Well, speaking of jars, the House of Webster team always brings us stuff, and by the time I get up there, it's always gone.
Right? Yeah.
It goes like that.
They are good. They're good to us. That's for sure. All right, we've got the bum of the week now. You can send those in 877-377-6963. We'll read some of those as we go throughout the rest of the show. Wheeler Power Sports brings us the bum of the week.
The bum of the week is brought to you by Wheeler Power Sports in Fort Smith. Factory authorized dealer of Kawasaki, Suzuki, KO, and Slingshot. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
You're a bum.
This is the bum of the week.
All right. Well, when you get done with your bite, you know what? I'll go first. You do your thing. So many choices. You could give it to Hooks yesterday, the guy that blew it for Ole Miss in the ninth inning. He let's spin the other side of this coin. You let a freshman take you deep, and you're this this well-known scary closer from the Ole Miss Rebels.
Bum.
Boston Celtics. First Celtics team in their history to blow a 3-1 lead and lose a series to the Philadelphia 76ers. And then to cry about the officiating. I'm sorry. Boston is one of those places, like Kentucky basketball or Alabama football, you do not get to gripe about the refs.
No.
You do not get to gripe about the refs because you've been getting calls for 70 years. So if one night it doesn't go your way, sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Jaylen Brown, man.
Jaylen Brown, of course. Yes.
So several days passed. I have a couple. Can we do a couple?
Of course.
Okay, all right. So I have a couple. The NCAA, I don't know if it's the selection committee or whoever decided it was a good idea, even though the entire public does not want expansion to 76 teams, them still going to 76 teams. And now the games will not only be played in Dayton, Ohio, you'll have some other games on Tuesday and Wednesday. Prior to the real first round beginning that Thursday. And you'll have, again, these mediocre basketball teams that make the NCAA tournament that have no shot whatsoever of advancing. So that collection of people that decided, because money is involved, despite 99% of people not wanting the NCAA tournament to expand, get the entirety of my bum of the week, Derek.
That's a good one. That's really good. Yeah. Is anybody that's a fan asking for this? No. I don't think of any. Earlier, does anybody approve of Hunter Yurichek's job? I can't find anyone that's on board with that. I can't find anybody that's on board with expanding the NCAA tournament other than the NCAA because they're going to get more money because there's more games that are going to be on, and that means more revenue from the broadcast partners. That's it. That's the only team. That's the only people who win here. Are we going to sit on that Sunday and have hour-long shows where people are griping about the 77th team that got left out? How boring is that going to be?
Stephen Pearl.
Exactly. Yes, and it may be Auburn again. Auburn could be 77th in this sport. Of course they could. Absolutely.
We had to hear Bruce Pearl just last year with that. I thought it was hilarious that they got left out. Give them credit though; they won the NIT. They competed. Another bum of the week. I've been holding this in for the first 2 hours and 10 minutes. I didn't even share this on the morning rush because I forgot. Steel Horse Rally. You remember that?
Yeah.
So it's the Bikers, Blues, and Barbecue of Fort Smith.
Right.
And the River Valley. And there were we did the Immaculate Conception IC Fest. We cook burgers every Friday of the festival. And after that, these guys, and you know me, I'm not really a conflictive, like, hothead person.
You're not trying to start fights.
No,
Yeah.
but these two dudes were outside. Okay, so for those that haven't been to downtown Fort Smith, you've got a Huerta that has got great live music, and it's got a great patio and stuff. It's a great spot for just a late night. We're just out there eating, drinking, and dudes outside the fence trying to start a fight. So it was something to be said. I didn't throw a punch. I didn't get a punch hit on me, but it was just like, man, testosterone is high at these things. And, that was an interesting Friday night.
Wow. And you're just trying to cook burgers for the
for the Catholics.
For their Catholics. I mean, really? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Oh,
so that was
man.
And that was after the festival. So it is an interesting time. So in college, Derek, because the Bikers, Blues, and Barbecue moved to Rogers, did it not?
It did, yes. That's
okay.
Right, yeah.
So in college, that event always took place during the A&M weekend.
Right.
And so I wasn't around for it. And then I moved to Nashville and never really experienced it because I'm not in Fayetteville or Rogers the weekend it's going on. But I'm here every single weekend. And I vibe with anyone. Like, it doesn't matter race, religion, if you ride bikes or not. But it was just I'm definitely out of water when it comes to associating myself with certain people that are walking around this past weekend. I had a great time though. It was fun.
That's good. That's good. Just not with that.
Those two
guys.
bums. Those two bums.
There you go. All right. Those are our bums of the week here on Ruscin and Zach. Abner wants to let it be known that the IC Spring Festival started out long before the creation of the Steel Horse Rally. So that's
okay.
Abner wanted that to be
on
pointed
the record.
out. Another bum of the week. So Friday night I went to see Jim Gaffigan at the Amp. And like again, we were talking about Silverfield. Like, there is something about, like, Jim Gaffigan's up there, and the only thing between me and him is air. That's pretty cool because you see him on TV a million times or whatever, and he's very funny, of course. But it was so weird. I was sitting next to two people, man and a woman, probably in their 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to look over there a lot, but, like, I didn't hear one laugh at all. Not one laugh in the entire
I thought
show.
you were going to tell me they were making out the entire
No. No. How do you go to a comedy show and not laugh one time? Like, how does that happen? I did, like, eventually I tried to peek over, and, like, the woman was smiling, so I thought she was, like, enjoying the show, I guess, but they didn't laugh one time. And then the people behind me were the annoying people who go to a comedy show and don't necessarily laugh. They just go, "Oh, that was funny." Like, no, you're here to laugh. Like, we know it's funny. It's a comedian. Like, you just saying that. Ugh.
Where does he rank on the Derek Ruskin Mount Rushmore of comedians? Is he up there at all? Is he good?
Well, I don't know if he makes the Mount Rushmore, but he's very good. And here's what I like about him is, like, if you really listen to what he's talking about, in this show in particular, you know, and I know probably his most famous thing is the Hot Pocket thing. He did not do any Hot Pocket material on Friday night at the Walmart Amp. I think it was the first stop on this tour that he's on. He started it here in Rogers, so that's pretty cool. And it's with stand-up comedians, usually, unless you've got a bit like Foxworthy or some of these guys, like when you start a new tour, you have no material, and you are starting a new tour with new material because everybody's heard it. Once you've said it, like, you can't say it again. It's over. So all new material, but, like, some of the stuff that he's like talking at are really some like biting and like some really interesting subjects that he was talking about. He did a lot of talking about people being on their phones all the time, which is, you can joke about it, but it really is kind of a terrible thing sometimes, is how much time we're spending just looking at our phone all the time. And then another thing that he does is like I was sitting there listening to him, and boy, for a stand-up where the only thing is a guy talking, boy, some of the traffic noise was really, really tough. Like you get one of these trucks hitting their Jake brake driving by, and you couldn't hear him for like 15 seconds. But he would like, where he's going. Like okay, here comes something about I don't know, phones.
Here comes the sun.
That's right. He's gonna go, and then he delivers the line, and you're like, oh, that was really good. That was a funny way to do that. That was funny, like the people behind me said. So I enjoyed it. He looks a lot older. I was gonna look up how old he is. He looks a lot older in person than he does on a TV. He'll be 60 this year.
Wow.
So, but
he's not a lead guy in a movie, but he is a great supporting role actor.
Yeah.
He is hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
CH from Benville says you'd have to be on some pretty hardcore depressants not to laugh at a Jim Gaffigan show.
Oh, he said some funny stuff. I'm not going to quote the jokes here because who wants to hear me tell Jim Gaffigan jokes? But he had some stuff that, like, if you were there, you're going to, quote him to whoever you were there with for a little while to come, because they were just quick and, like, funny, and they stick with you. Here's another thing. Here's another bum of the week. I saw this happen twice this weekend. At the AMP and then at the where was I? At somewhere else. But concession stand food. We need to get with the program on this. Folks, concession stand food, all sales are final. If your pretzel is not the way you want it, you don't get to take it back and get your money. This is not a fine restaurant, all right? This is a concert. It's a ball game, whatever it may be. You don't get to take food back. You don't send it back when you're at a game. You get what you get. Sorry. That's the way it is. But there were people there. I was waiting on a funnel cake, and these people come back like, oh, this pretzel, something's wrong with their pretzel. I'm like, what is this? This is not Ruth's Chris. You don't get to sit.
How much did they eat of it before they said something was wrong?
Like, it looked like there was a couple bites missing or something. I was trying to pay attention but not stare.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, you don't get to take food back from a concession stand. You don't get to do that.
Ruscin, you seem like someone that would thoroughly enjoy people watching.
Oh, yeah.
And just the different variants of what people do at a concert or a comedy show.
Well, yeah, like the people next to me who never laughed.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not laugh at all?
Abner says he's no Carrot Top.
Well, no, he is not. No.
Yeah.
He doesn't have props. No. But he was. There was another thing too. At one point, the sound, like there was this really. So he goes from like whispering to like yelling, and I guess they didn't have all the timing right. So at one point, there was this big feedback thing in the middle when he was talking, and he's in the middle of working this bit out, and like, of course, he had to talk about and joke about the sound crapping out or whatever. I think his line was, "Luckily, this venue just opened yesterday, so they're still working some of the bugs out," which was funny. But then I'm like, well, how's he going to get back into where we were? But then he
did it.
He got you back into the story he was telling about whatever it was. I know it's like, oh, okay. He's good. He's good.
Blending stories and stuff is not a skill set. How long has the AMP been around?
Well, it started in the Northwest Arkansas Mall parking lot. You remember that? That was like 20 years ago.
I do not remember that.
Yeah. And then it moved to where it is in Rogers, and I don't know, 15, 16 years maybe, something like that. Yeah, I saw REO Speedwagon in the Northwest Arkansas Mall parking lot at the AMP. Like, wow, 20-some-odd years ago. Yeah, they were good. They were all right. Okay, Bum of the Week here on Ruscin and Zach. Brought to you by Wheeler Power Sports in Fort Smith. Kawasaki, Ninjas, and Z's. They've got everything. They're the 9th oldest Kawasaki dealer in these United States. Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, KO, and Slingshot. Street bikes, dirt bikes, ATVs, UTVs. New and pre-owned. A lot to choose from on the lot. You can keep up with them on Facebook and see what's going on and see all the events they've got going on. Keeping the good times rolling since 1967. Wheeler Power Sports in historic downtown Fort Smith. All right, 421 will continue. Ruscin and Ty in for Zach today. ESPN Arkansas. Stay with us.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
How do you think the recruit's going to feel if there's a radio show that's just slamming our program?
ESPN.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Taco Bell's Lutz boxes are going to people's heads. Because once they've indulged in the mainstays of the $5 box, the decadence of the $7 box, and the abundance of the $9 box with its monumental triple-double crunch wrap, they start expecting everything to be as Lutz. Don't let the Lutz go to your head.
Where's the doorman?
There is no doorman.
That's why we're waiting.
Let's go. Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lutz boxes.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for. Only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com. RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence...
At Fayetteville Christian School, students are challenged academically, encouraged spiritually, and supported every step of the way. Thanks to Arkansas's Education Freedom Account, qualifying families can receive full tuition coverage and often access to additional funds for various educational resources. Go to ade.arkansas.gov to apply before the June 1st deadline. Choosing the right education for your child has never been more accessible. Fayetteville Christian School, educating minds, shaping hearts. Go to FayettevilleChristianschool.com to apply.
Spring is showing up and showing out. Give your yard its own moment with limited time deals from Lowe's. Grab select 1.5-gallon annuals hanging baskets, 2 for only $15. Plus, we've got Miracle-Gro 0.75 cubic foot garden soil, 5 bags for just $10. A little dirt, a little color, and we are so back. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid 5/7 through 5/13. Selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Smalls here. If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds can turn into sinus infections that last weeks, ruining your perfect vacation getaway. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy, it's stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy at home. It includes prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, and no pharmacy lines. Also, no copays. Match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor. Start meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs a medical emergency kit, so order yours online in minutes. It's shipped right to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Dean Rollins for Superior Ford in Siloam Springs. We're known for the lowest price on a new Ford in Northwest Arkansas.
It's back. The lowest price ever on the new 2026 Ford F-150 STX Creek Up Rural Drive, now $38,900. Or get a new 2026 Ford Bronco select models now up to $8,000 off MSRP. Nobody sells a new Ford for less. Shop us first. SuperiorFordNWA.com.
Superior Ford. Faster, simpler, and more transparent. Superior.
See dealer for details.
ESPN 99.5. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Liv Moss. It's Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
All right, we're back here. Ruscin and Zach. I'm going to need your planner. I got so much extra stuff to do with Zach not here. Like radio, like office stuff, not like, show stuff.
Did he give you a list?
Well, the list is piling up like as the day goes on. Like this has to go here and this has to get done and you need to do this and look into that and this. There's a lot. I like the normal days when I show up and talk and leave. That's
you're getting paid extra for all the additional duties.
Oh,
correct?
of course, yeah, of course I am. Yeah, it's a lot happening there, for sure. Here's a text. Jamie wanted to know if they took the phones away. No, they did not. But there were a lot of signs everywhere. There's like no pictures and no videos from the. And I didn't see anybody. Like we had one of these security guys in his red shirt. He was really ready for someone to put their phone up. Like you could just tell he was like a bull in the chute. Before the rodeo, he was looking for someone to get into it with, like those guys who were looking to fight you at the on a Friday night. He was looking for someone to put their phone up and be like, hey, put that phone down. But no one did near me. I didn't see anybody get in trouble for having their phone out. So
just your rule follower, and apparently the people you around are rule followers.
The people around too, yeah. Now at who's the comedian from Nashville? That was
John Chris.
Yeah, John Chris. Now, at that show, someone got a camera out to take a picture. Mm-hmm. And, man, they swarmed.
Did they really?
Put that and delete that. That is copyrighted material. I'm like, man, this lady's getting yelled at over here.
He either, I don't know if they're engaged or if he married an Arkansas girl.
Yeah, Lydia Fielder, who was on the news. She's on the news in Nashville now, yeah. I think they're engaged. I don't know. Did you see I've got some animal stories that people are talking about. I haven't looked into one of them, but I did see something about this first one I'll tell you about. There's a bear on the loose in Poto. You hear about this?
I have not. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Apparently they
That's close to me.
Yeah. Yeah, they're looking to find a bear. This was yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
A bear in Poto. That's right. So they're looking to find. We've had the Fayetteville Bear has been a kind of a ancillary character on the Ruscin and Zach show for years now, and now we have the Poto Bear. So that's what's going on here. Let's see. Poto Police Department game wardens working to find a bear that's spotted within city limits near the library a few weeks ago. And, so there's a bear on the loose in Poto. And there's some video on here. I'm on Channel 5's website. They got some video of this thing. This is, I'll tell you the freaky thing. Have you ever seen this? When the bear, opens a door, that's not great. That doesn't make me feel good. Like, if you want to hang out on the deck and eat bird seed or whatever's out there, okay, fine. But when you open the door, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
A little scary.
That is not something I need to know about.
You're a big fella, but I don't think you'd measure up to one of those.
No.
One of those big
and
dogs.
I would forget all of the things you're supposed to do when you see a bear. I would panic. I would soil myself and panic, and I wouldn't know what to do.
So in the movies, they always tell you to stay still. What are you supposed to do in real life?
I thought you're supposed to act big, like you yell, like "Hey bear, hey bear," and then they'll lose interest or whatever. I don't know. I don't think you stay still. I think that's an alligator because they can't see you because their eyes are on either side of their head. I think. I don't know. See, this is what I'm talking about. And in a pressure situation, I would not be Christian Turner. I would panic and be like, I don't know what to do with this bear. Do I sit here? Do I yell? What do I do?
Dr. K just says, give him a pot of honey.
Well, what if I don't have? What if I'm not at the farmer's market and I don't have a pot of honey? Now what do I do?
You might be out of luck. It depends on the bear type. I think you found the rest of the show for the hour and a half. You held in the bear story for an hour and a half of the show. Go ahead and play. Let's see this. Yeah. This is God, y'all's text coming fast. Go ahead and play dead. Who passes up a free buffet? Oh man, that's from El Capitan.
There is such a thing as free lunch. If the bear runs into me.
In Poto, it's howdy bear from Abner. I'll tell you a skill set Zach has. He can read these texts on the fly so effortlessly and easily.
I know.
And you were talking about Gaffigan blending in the conversation. I am amazed at listening to y'all show how he can weave in and out of these texts and sync it up perfectly to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like he has a radar. And he's not going to hear this. That's why I'm saying this right now. I'm giving him a compliment because he's not going to hear this. But it is fun to listen to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's amazing. I don't know how he does it. I don't know. A lot of caffeine going through that system at one time. A lot of caffeine.
Zach can read text, but he doesn't listen to Derek from Jake.
No, that is true. That is true. That's how the whole Viagra is the top-selling recreational drug thing got started all those years ago. It's because he said that, and then I immediately afterwards said the exact same thing, and he's not a great moment, but it happens sometimes. I don't know.
Tommy and I do that.
Yeah.
From time to time. I'm guessing after you soil yourself, the bear will leave.
Maybe.
All you got to do is pee yourself, and then you can.
I guess so. I don't know.
Grant,
I'm telling you, the another thing I'm thinking about here with this, the panic, like when there's a baby here in a few weeks, it's going to be fog of war. And, all these little, tips and tricks and things, I'm not going to remember all of them. I'm going to be like, what just happened? I just got peed on. What do I do? I don't know what to do. This kid's screaming. I'm yelling. I don't know what to do. It's all the training is going to go by that's why these people, like firefighters or these people that are trained to do these, real things. And in the moment you need them to do something, they do it over and over again. That's why they're so impressive. I'm not going to remember any of the stuff I've been cramming into my head for the last month. Totally not.
You don't feel that you're going to rise to the occasion when Ruscin Jr. gets here?
I mean,
is that what you're saying?
I'm there's going to be a moment where I'm like, I have no idea now. I don't know. I just don't know. Of course there is. What did they say to do here? What do I do? Like, I'm already asking, like, okay, on that one thing, we're supposed to do what now? Like, yeah. I don't know.
I think every future father is apprehensive about a world that he's not used to, and then it happens, and try your best. And
that's right.
I'm talking about something I have no idea about. I've only been on the receiving end as a son.
That's right.
And not a father. I've watched it from my friends and my own family, but don't know anything about actual fatherhood.
Yeah. And people like Joe. People like Joe. It just comes natural. You'll figure it out. We'll see. Maybe you're right, but I don't know.
We went from bears to bear advice to sentimental hour here on Ruscin.
That's exactly right. Well, I'm gonna forget. Like, if a bear walked in the studio, I wouldn't know what to do. And there's gonna be a baby, and then I'm gonna forget all the things they told me to do. I just know it's gonna happen. Leaking confidence over here.
Yeah, Jesse says it's like riding a bike.
Yeah,
you'll figure it out.
Maybe so. Yeah, some of the. We'll take a break here and we'll come back. 877-377-6963. There are some other things I want to get to. The other animal story, I found some details on that. Someone just mentioned it to me earlier, so I have to go Google it. When y'all send a story you want me to talk about, if you'd send the link, that would be helpful. I know some of you know that some of you don't think the text machine can also activate the internet, but it can. And, that would be helpful from time to time, like, when Zach's not here. Anyway, we'll be right back. It's 4:37 on Ruscin and Zach.
From an undisclosed location with questionable supervision, it's Ruscin and Zach, driven by the Crane Automotive Team Studios.
From sauce, dust, to nuggets. It's Taco Bell's new Diablo Dusted Crispy Chicken Nuggets. Are they mild? If they were mild, we'd have to change the name to Little Rascal Nuggets or Minor Nuisance Nuggets. Definitely Diablo. New Diablo Dusted Crispy Chicken Nuggets. A brand new classic. Only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time and while supplies last.
Northwest Arkansas. Hi, this is Stacy with ProMix Concrete, a division of Ozark Ready Mix. We're a local ready mix concrete supplier, and I'd like to invite you to call our team. We'll provide you high-performance, optimized ready mix concrete and top-notch service for any and all of your commercial, DOT, and residential construction applications. Call us at 479-480-3060. That's 479-480-3060, and we'll take care of your business. Ask yourself, do you need a mix or ProMix?
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I'm bowling 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you with high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. In Fayetteville, we're across from the Walmart on Mall Avenue, and in Rogers, we're across from Topgolf.
On the road to the game or anywhere life takes you, accidents don't take a timeout. From fender benders to hail damage, you need a repair team you can trust. Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body has been family owned for over 40 years and proudly holds an iCar Gold Class certification, ranking them in the top 15% of collision repair shops nationwide. From dents and dings to hail damage repair, their expert technicians will have your car looking like new. Schedule your estimate today. Go to CourtneyHollingsworth.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Hey, it's Eric Ruscin. I'll be live Friday, May 8th, taking the Ruscin and Zach Show on the road to Chevrolet of Fayetteville inside Fayetteville Auto Park. We'll be live from 2 to 6 p.m., talking hogs, hanging out, so come by, say hey, and check out their incredible lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. If you're thinking about upgrading your ride, this is the place to be. Friday, the Ruscin and Zach Show, live from 2 to 6 p.m. at Chevrolet of Fayetteville inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Don't miss it.
The weather is brought to you by the Springdale Public Schools.
Hello, folks. I'm Chief Meteorologist RB Bybee. The 4029 Get Ready Weather forecast. Well, beautiful weather out there today. We are watching for a chance for a few hit-and-miss showers and storms later on tonight, so after the evening hours and mainly after midnight. But certainly a stronger one could be in there, so we'll keep an eye on that. As we go into our Tuesday, waking up to low 60s and warming back into the mid-70s on Tuesday afternoon. Chance for another hit-and-miss shower or storm. I'll have to watch for a severe one there as well. Quieter for Wednesday, but cooler with highs in the low 60s. That's your Get Ready Weather only on 4029.
In Springdale, school feels like home. Because here, safe neighborhood schools mean we don't just teach class, we teach your child. We have the resources and pathways to fuel any passion. We're small enough to know exactly who you are and big enough to get you exactly where you want to go. Come home to Springdale Schools.
ESPN 99.5. The most influential show in Arkansas. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Jamie from Fayetteville texted in here, it's a Remy Cofield plan. Have a kid, you'll figure it out when they get here. Good point. Thank you. Well, we don't hear from him anymore, do we? That's unfortunate.
You guys would scorched earth on him after that press conference.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Oh, you'll just figure it out when you get here. Figure what out? What? I don't know what that means. Okay, the drive home is brought to you by the Stadium Shop in Fayetteville. Shop on Razerback.com. Robert, Elizabeth, everybody over there. U of A grads, and they have the most Razorback stuff south of the North Pole, right there next to Baumwalker Stadium. Shop on Razorback.com, including the beer hats that look like beer hats.
Yep.
Whatever those things they sell in the stadium are, they're terrible. These look like the beer hats that they're supposed to look like. You notice they all wear, unless you have the really old ones from way back, people are wearing Robert's beer hats. No one is wearing those state government issue beer hats at a Razorback baseball game. They know.
Because though Robert, Elizabeth, Matthew, Raleigh, they're all Razorback fans, they actually know what Razorback fans want to wear.
That's right.
So that's why you go there.
That's why they got the good stuff. Peter in Australia. Good morning, good afternoon, Peter.
Good morning, everyone. It does not surprise me that the university is selling Fugazi beer hats.
That's right.
Look,
and as an Italian, you're allowed to say Fugazi, right?
Exactly. I'll say it. I'll put the proper Italian inflection on it. Fugazi. That's how you're supposed to say it. But I'll do it the Fugazi because, I don't know, Donnie Brasco, whatever. Ty, hello. I just want to say, mate, if you need to fight off a bear in San Francisco, very different story. So you've got to fight one off there. You just got to make sure you point at another person and just say, I'm with him, and I'll leave you alone. So you'll be good. Okay, mate?
I got it, man. Thanks, Peter.
I was afraid of that.
That's all good. That's all good. Hey, I want to very briefly talk about now, Ruscin. Whose concept was it to do the porch show? Where did that come from?
I don't know. I think it was a collaboration with Zach and I because it was a nice day. We've got a remote equipment, and we didn't have a remote that day. So I'm like, why don't we just go on a porch and do it? So it was kind of both of us, I think.
Another meeting on the air. That's what it sounds like.
That's right.
That's what I like.
Yes.
No, because last night for the Crow Jets, we did a mobile podcast. Literally, basically acquired my dad's brand new van that he just bought, and we just drove all the way down to another football team on the other side of Adelaide, and just yapped the whole time. I threatened a few people in the McDonald's drive-through, and Sophie, she tested a couple of the toilets on the way down there at a couple of the petrol stations, and as she said, I had to hover over most of them. So that sort of gives you the insight of the state of Australian toilets there, which is great. Now, with sport, I want to apologise that your dad was watching AFL highlights. I'm sure he texted you at like 4 a.m. or something else.
No,
like
I heard about it later. He didn't text me while it was happening, but yeah, he was watching Crows football at like he had no idea what was going on, but it was very exciting, is what he said.
Yeah, look, the Crows football, it's just footy. You just call it that. But it was actually a fantastic game where we won by 1 point over our crosstown rivals. This is Arkansas, Texas levels. That's the equivalent of it. But let's be honest, Adelaide's Texas because we've got more money and we do have more championships. I'm sorry, but it is a thing. But the good thing as well is that Port Adelaide, they're all, threatening each other and getting into court and other stuff like that. So yeah, it's a bit of busy weekend. Ty, what are your thoughts on Australian rules football? Do you like Max Fletcher?
Is it similar to Gaelic football?
There is quite a lot of similarity. There are a lot of Irish players that move to Australia to play. So the difference is that we use an oblong football rather than a soccer ball.
Okay.
One of the main differences.
I think it's interesting. It's kind of like some people watching hockey. You don't always know what you're watching when you do have it on, but they definitely love it, and they're tense as heck.
Yeah, they definitely love it. Hence why they watch it. Yes, thank you.
And they drink a lot too. God Almighty, I've never seen it.
Yeah,
man, that it is crazy.
Yeah, we celebrate the fact that not just one. That's the motto, I think.
not just one.
But drink
motto.
Yeah. Not just one. And then you do you down afterwards, and everything's good.
That's exactly
anyway,
right.
Look,
yes.
I'll leave you guys to it. The NBI chat always popping off. Apparently something's happening, and it's all the spectrum on there. It's a kaleidoscope is the way I describe it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll leave you guys to it, and please have a great night.
All right, thank you. There you go. That's Peter.
Ruscin, are you in that chat or
no?
Zach?
No.
It's
well, Zach was in it. I think he got out. Yeah. My dad's in it though.
Oh,
yeah.
Nelson, elite.
Yeah.
How many are in there?
Full MBI. I have no idea.
Is it maxed out at 36?
I don't know how many people are in there. There is but I was going to ask if you knew about this, but clearly you know about this. Yeah, there's there is a group chat. I'll tell you this. I'll know when we've arrived, Ty, when we get our own Reddit. Like, that's when you, have made it. Like Lebitard has a Reddit. Like any of these other shows, they have Reddits. We don't have a Reddit yet. But we have a group chat, though. So maybe we're on our way to a Reddit. I don't know.
I'm a big fan of, what did you say, MBI stock?
Oh, yeah. Or con. I mean, it should be con because there's probably a lot of ex-cons that listen and text this show. So MBI con might be the.
It's like
could be the way to do it.
Where would that meeting take place?
I don't know. One of your less reputable bars around town or around the state somewhere. I can't. It wouldn't be at a nice place. That's for sure. We'd tear it up. We'd lose all the deposit if it was at a nice place.
Y'all just do the show, and y'all start at 2:00, and as you just heard Peter say, it's not just one. You guys drink throughout the show and just get progressively more drunk as the show goes on.
And so do they. Yeah.
I could sell that. That'd be an easy
Well,
sell.
I know you. If you were selling the stadium, would have a sponsor already, for crying out loud. Of course you can.
We need it. You know what we need is we need a ticker. It's been this many days since Donald W. came off, and they haven't stole the naming rights.
We should do that. We should do that.
We'd have to go back and look and see what the day, and every day you'll do the show. It's been 963 days since they haven't sold the same. Is the tennis? Do they have tennis? If they have the naming rights sold.
You know what I thought? This is me playing with numbers. I mean, I'm not the numbers guy. I'm not in sales, but according to what Robert Cox was saying, the former tennis coach, to fund, like to set up tennis to be the number I saw either Hunter threw out or whatever was $40 million.
Yeah, he said that on our show.
$40 million. Okay, so this makes me feel like for the naming rights of the stadium, he's probably asking for $500 million. Which is you're never going to get. Now, could you get 100? Could you get 90? I don't know. But, I think this gave me a bit of an indication as to why this hasn't happened yet. You're so far apart on the value of this. If you're going to put it in the mid, am I wrong about that? Maybe.
No,
certainly in the low $100 million is probably what they're pitching it
Yeah,
at.
and they want to probably a 20-year deal, 30-year deal.
Yeah, I don't know. Would they go to 15? Would they do? I don't know what they would do on that. But I mean, anything is better than what you have now, which is nothing. So it would seem like they don't have in that particular negotiation. They don't have the most leverage because again, you have nothing. And if anybody counters with anything, it's more than what you have now, which is zero. But I thought that maybe we got a little bit of a glimpse into what they're thinking from a valuation of the naming rights of the stadium by the fact that they wanted $40 million to keep tennis going. I don't know.
Which Tommy stated it's like, well, if they actually found someone or a group of people to donate that, they would try and convince them to do it for football.
That's right. They would. Well, don't do it for tennis. Why don't you put it over here in football? Of course. Yeah. They would do something like that. I just saw someone just sent this in on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Who sent this? Chris sent us this. This just came in from Kendall Rogers. The SEC has been allowed to use ABS challenges at the conference tournament this year. Coaches will have 3 ABS challenges, the automatic ball strike challenges, per game in Hoover. So they're allowed to use that experimentally at the SEC tournament in Hoover. So there's another little wrinkle to the conference tournament. You're going to have ABS challenges. At least the coaches will have 3 per game at the Hoover Met. How about that?
Inching closer.
Yep.
Having no umps.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
Speaking of umps, Derek, did you see the ump in the Vandy Alabama game get clocked?
No, I missed that. I got to look that up in the break.
It's a little scary. Foul tip hits him right in the mask, and he just plummets and is knocked out. It's pretty scary, to be honest.
Wow. All right. I'll look at that here during the break. We got Ty in for Zach today. 877-377-6963. Mock Legal Solutions, offering real legal advice at a reasonable price. Jackie's expanded the practice, helping you in 3 primary areas: custody, criminal, and car wrecks. Jackie Mock will be by your side in these situations. Don't just negotiate alone. Negotiate with her. Face the charges with her at Mock Legal Solutions. Jackie and her team. Let her do the legwork and get you back on track. MockLegalSolutions.com for more. MockLegalSolutions.com.
It's Monday, May 4th. I'm Brennan Evans. This is your 40-29 News Update, 60 seconds. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders was in Fort Smith today touring the newly opened Workforce Development Center. We'll look at that and other efforts to find people summer jobs. And with summer not far away and the cost of cooling your home on the rise, how is that affecting LIHEAP? That's the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. In other news, state lawmakers are back at the Arkansas Capitol today for a special session. Elected leaders are focusing on income and corporate tax rates. And in sports, we'll recap Razorback action from the weekend and look ahead to what's on deck this week. Weather-wise, just a beautiful start to the work week after what has been a fantastic weather weekend. However, Chief Meteorologist Darby Bybee is tracking some changes you'll want to know about. Tune in tonight for your Get Ready Weather forecast. For everything else, join me, Brandon Evans, tonight on 4029 News.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Call Sean Garrison in Rogers and Griggs Covington in Farmington.
Looking for the perfect jewelry to celebrate life's special moments? Welcome to Swift's Jewelry. Swifts, we specialize in turning your dreams into stunning reality. Whether it's a beautiful custom engagement ring, a unique anniversary gift, or a special piece just for you, our expert jewelers can craft the perfect masterpiece that tells your story. Come visit us in beautiful downtown Fayetteville next to Hugo's Restaurant or at swiftsjewelry.com. Swift's Jewelry, your personal jeweler since 1956.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
You know that crushing feeling when you press print at your PC and the doggone machine just won't print? Well, I fixed that. Hi, I'm Tim Stanley, owner of TDS IT. We are an IT company with a long history in the print channel, and I have fixed the printer conflict by creating my own Northwest Arkansas-based help desk. Call us at 479-575-0770 for more information on how a true IT company can keep all your printers and scanners up and running all the time.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
Mother's Day and graduation are right around the corner. Celebrate with Richard's Country Meat Market. Serve mom and your grad the best with tender fillets, prime rib, chicken, and gourmet burgers, always fresh and full of flavor. Add house-made dips and home-style sides like mac and cheese and garlic scallop potatoes. Then finish it off with a sweet apple pie. Richard's Country Meat Market, just east of College and Rolling Hills Drive in Fayetteville. Visit richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
KAKS Goshen, Fayetteville. This is Ruscin and Zach, live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios on ESPN 99.5. Broadcasting from the Crane Automotive Team Studio, the most honest show in the history of Arkansas Talk Radio.
Baby, you are so talented. And they are so dumb.
Derek Ruskin.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
Zach Arns.
Notre Dame Armada.
setting the standard for talk radio in the state of Arkansas.
The problem we're trying to solve is that there are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Sometimes when you win, you really lose. And sometimes when you lose, you really win. And sometimes when you win or lose, you actually tie.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruscin and Zach
It's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care.
starts right now.
All right, we're back here on Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas. It is a minute after 5 o'clock. Your drive home is brought to you by the Stadium Shop in Fayetteville. Shop on Razerback.com, right next to Baum-Walker Stadium. They'll be ready all week, including Friday. Hey, grad stuff. They got that, too, in addition to the Razorback stuff at the Stadium Shop. Or you got a kid coming to school up here. You know, you want to, the Arkansas dad, the Arkansas mom shirt. They got those, too. All at the stickers, everything. Good stuff. Largest selection of Razorback stuff south of the North Pole at the Stadium Shop in Fayetteville, right next to Baum-Walker Stadium. I know many in our MBI, and Hacker points out there are 17 in the group chat, including Colton Little, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
He earned that right.
Yeah, I guess so. He got in. I don't know how that happened, but he got in. But our MBI people are, of course, very excited. Tonight's the Met Gala, so I'm sure that they're all looking at all these pictures and looking at all these dresses and costumes and all this stuff. The MBI, big fans of the Met Gala, so they're ready. They're ready to see all the craziness coming through New York City tonight. The added craziness as opposed to the usual craziness in New York City.
You might have said this last week, and or maybe it was Zach, how the MBI is very similar to the Caddyshack caddies, where they just
That's right. Yes,
in. You get a peaceful, serene pool, and those caddies are just like, "Nah, this is what we're doing." They just come crashing in.
They are. And any pool, they're only allowed in for 15 minutes, and then they have to leave, like the caddies in Caddyshack. The caddy guest swim is like from 2 to 2:15. That's it, and then get out of there. And then we got to clean the pool because someone put a Twix bar, a Milky Way, or whatever it was. It was a Snickers bar in the pool. Oh wow! Yep. They're one of a kind. This guy says I'm doing an amazing job. Well, I don't know about that, but thank you. I'm trying.
He's basically doing the show by himself today.
It's Ashton's here, pushing the buttons, getting the phone people on and everything. Ty's here. And, yeah.
I did, Derek, going to the break, apparently an NBI texter who not only listens but watches every day.
Oh, God, yeah.
Said the total time elapsed between Donald W. Reynolds Razorback coming off the stadium and then that is 673 days.
673, all right.
I don't know. I'm taking him at his word. So...
Okay.
It's been a lot.
That's a lot of missed opportunity
almost
revenue.
2 years.
Yeah. That's not good. It's not good at all.
I would just like to hear what that conversation looks like when they walk into a room with a big wig. Like what's the pitch? Yeah. Cuz how I pitch things is a lot different than and sales is such like a dirty term. Sales almost implies nowadays that the person doesn't get anything in return, which is not true.
Right.
But I'd be very curious to hear the pitch, to hear the conversation starter to get that ball rolling.
Yeah. I don't want to nitpick the texter, but the contract ran out June 30th. Of 2024. So that means July 1 would be the day that you had nothing. So that's been 672 days.
Okay.
So,
this is like the Bud Light Morning Rush countdown, how we differ.
Oh, yeah. Is it one day on Friday or is it one day on Saturday? Yeah, that's exactly. What is the answer on that?
I mean, if it's spread. So when Arkansas plays, I think they open up September 2nd or 3rd. I can't remember. But on Friday, To me, it's one day.
That's one day. That's what I said. Yeah.
And then Saturday is today.
That's right.
Okay.
That's exactly that's what I'd do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know how often I get yelled at for bringing that thing here? And by the way, it's WJOX's fault, and Dale here worked at WJOX, so it's kind of Dale's fault that we do the countdown. You know what I mean? But yeah, Tommy and I heard that thing, and I brought it to Barling first, and then now everybody has to do it, and Zach cries about it every single song. Although this year we don't have to do it because we're going to have a different, legal ID situation with the new radio station.
Oh, you're going to still have to do it. You're going to have to do it twice. Zach's not getting out of that.
Well, you tell him then. Don't tell me.
It's not that bad. He acts like everything that we do is just like an act of Congress. It's like it's not. All you got to do is save work parts, and it's so much easier the next year. You know that. You've been in this business for 20+ years. What we do ain't that hard.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. It's irritating, but it's not that hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's we're not doing brain surgery here.
No.
It's radio for crying out loud. No. Oh, here's another thing I'm tired of. Can we stop with today being Star Wars Day, May the 4th?
I figured you'd be all over that.
This is annoying to me. I don't like it. It's way too popular. I don't like it. That's the deal.
Okay.
So
it's mainstream now.
It's too commercial. It's too popular. Yeah, it's like when a band sells out. You're like, no, you can't be in that many commercials. You've sold out now. No, I'm not.
I saw Harrison Ford when I see these different Star Wars characters tweet for the first time in however long, and I'm like, okay, he got paid to do that.
Right.
So.
Right. That's right.
They wrote, man, Star Wars. And I know like Mandalorian was good, and then what's the split between episodes 3 and 4? Which movie was that? I can't. It's
A New Hope. The first one is 4, 1977.
Yeah, but the one they recently made that was between 3 and 4. And I can't think of what I'm trying to get to is the new franchise. Like, I know they made a ton of money, but it sucked. 7, 8, and 9 were awful movies. The whole concept behind.
Oh yeah. I think it's Rogue One is what.
Yeah, Rogue One. Thank you. The whole concept behind the prophecy was that you thought Anakin Skywalker was bringing the balance. Turns out it was his kin. Turns out it was Luke. That was ending it. And then they just we just pulled the Emperor out. He was fine the whole time. We just been hoarding him away for all. It's awful. Terrible stretch of 3 movies.
You don't like those? Okay, all right. I didn't mind. Force Awakens was good. I don't. I've mentioned this a couple times though. When you're in the big screen theater and it goes dark and it's those blue long ago in a galaxy, and then the logo flies in, and then the John Williams theme hits, and then the yellow words start sliding backwards. It's like, this is pretty freaking cool. Like, I don't know if this movie's going to be any good, but this intro is awesome. It's just, I like it. It gives you the chills in a way. It does. I don't know.
Every time I think about someone's fondness for Star Wars, I think about Eric Foreman in that 70s show. How his character, how Eric Topher's character loved that show, or Topher Grace's character loved that show so much, and it was so funny to hear him react when someone was critical of it in any way, shape, or form. He would just go off.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh man, but yeah, it's May the 4th. So everyone thinks they're so clever. All these people on the internet and on TV, like, oh, it's May the 4th. It's just, it's a feeding ground for bad puns. Is what it is. Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Back to the baby conversation.
Yeah.
So your significant other's not a mother yet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still get a present, like a push present? Do you get a present? What's the
okay?
What are we working with at end of this Sunday?
Well, I haven't revealed these plans yet, but this is what I thought I should do. And if I'm wrong, then I'll be told by the family that's listening that I'm wrong. But here's what I thought. Okay, I thought for this Mother's Day, which she is a mom, it's just the baby's not out here in the world yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking card. Okay, but push present, some sort of jewelry of some kind. So I'm putting all my chips into the push present this year rather than the Mother's Day basket, which we will obviously be heavy in on that next year. And, you get the thing where you put their hand on there and they turn it into like an art or whatever they do. But this is my plan, and this may be a terrible plan. I haven't told anyone this, not even her. But my plan is card on Mother's Day this year and then invest in the push present this year. Again, I don't know if that's a terrible plan or a great plan, but that's so far my plan. So there it is.
That makes sense to me.
I'm getting a text right now. I'm dreading what this says.
Now, did you take her on a baby moon? Are you familiar with that concept that my generation has conjured up and has just caused so much loss of funds over the years?
We did not go on a baby moon, but we have gone on several more dates than normal over the last, like Jim Gaffigan on Friday night. We're going to see Whitney Cummings at the Walton Arts Center this Saturday. So we've done things, but no, we haven't gone to like Aruba or whatever on the baby moon.
I don't know what travel agency somehow swindled the American public to thinking a baby moon was now all of a sudden needed in society. But my friends that had not set aside, had not allocated, in some cases, $4,000 or $5,000 for a trip, all of a sudden are just strapped because their wife's going to kill them if they don't get taken on one. And it's just like, dude, I feel for you, man. But it's expected nowadays.
2 texts here. Whatever I plan will be the wrong answer. Thank you, Clorox. Thank you, C-Man. The other thing, too, the baby, gear industry is such a racket.
Yes.
Some of this equipment should not cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars, all right? It does not have a Mercedes logo on the front of it or whatever it is.
Supply and demand.
It is insane. But this gear is some of it's pretty cool, and then some of it is like, I can't believe that costs that much. It's insane. So it's a racket. But the wedding industry is a racket too. People charging $30,000 or $40,000 for flowers or whatever it is. I mean, it's crazy. I know you've attended a lot of weddings. You haven't planned one, but there's that crap's expensive too, man. It really is.
The one I was at, actually, did you ever go to the Red Apple Inn in Heber Springs? Does that ring a bell?
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I'm familiar with that.
So that was where the wedding was this week. It was awesome. I'd never been out there. I'd been to Greer's Ferry, but never to that. And it was awesome. I don't know how many people that they had out there, but it is, and it seemed reasonably priced, at least from a lodging standpoint. But I mean, some of my friends that have gotten married, and their the in-laws have some coin. They made some money, and my friends obviously don't have any, but their family does. It's just insane some of the financial investment that has been made.
Yeah.
And like you said, the wedding and what you can charge is just absurd.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse. Is it the wedding industry, or is it the baby items industry? What can you make more off of?
I don't know. That's a good question. Because the wedding is one day.
Yeah.
But the baby stuff, they grow, and so you could use something for months, and then it's obsolete. I don't know. I need to go. I need more experience. I need more data before I can definitively explain this. But yeah, it's crazy.
Now I know why sometimes Zach's just laughing in the background.
Yeah, because he reads the text that he can't read on the air. Yeah, exactly. I see the one.
Dirty drawers. I can't read that. Smack Daddy wants me to give you advice on the post president. I think the concept of jewelry with a card makes sense to me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds right to me, Derek. I think you're making the right decision.
Yeah. And Chuck points out here the depreciation on some of this baby stuff. Yeah. You sell it for pennies on the dollar after the fact. So
it's like when you buy a new book at the college bookstore, and you can only sell it back for a fifth or a sixth of what you paid for it.
Yeah,
you're just
it costs $200 and you're getting $40 back. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. I remember that. Oh, man. Forgot about that. Thank you. Another.
Well, the other, and you're going to be there as my friends and their kids have gotten older. They've obviously grown like every other human in society. How quickly they shed through clothes just because of how much bigger. Like you bought something and 3 months later it doesn't fit.
Right.
And you're like, it's one thing. Like I can fit into clothes I bought 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Can't do that with these kiddos.
No. They unless they want high water pants or something on. No, it's crazy. All right. This is Ruscin and Zach. The drive home brought to you by the Stadium Shop on Razorback here at Fayetteville, 877-377-6963. Ryan texted in, the kid industry in general is a racket. Well, if it's not this, it's travel ball or it's, space camp or whatever, sleepaway camp or whatever it is. It's something. It is something.
Have you already mapped out what you want your kid to be?
No.
From an athletic standpoint?
Well, I mean, if now his mother played a little bit of softball back in the day, but if we're relying on me for the athleticism, this kid is hosed. There is no chance. There is no chance at all that this kid's going to be any good at sports. Yeah, it's just not gonna. It's not gonna happen.
Maybe the size though. Like you've got an athletic build. Maybe you can pass that. Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe you can pass that along.
Everybody used to ask me when you're when you're growing up in like 6th grade, 7th grade, and you're a foot tall, and everybody, oh, do you play basketball? I'm like, well, no. And then I did for a while, and it was awful. I fouled out of a team camp game once. That was pretty exciting.
Was it the Harding teen camp at Harding?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Gosh, there's nothing better.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Ruscin Shrine earlier at Harding Academy. Still remember playing in those gyms, no air conditioning. It's just hot as you're just sweating as soon as you walk in the gym because you're playing in June and it's 95 degrees in Searcy, Arkansas.
But they put those big fans up that helped so much. Not at all. Not at all. We'll get the fans going. That'll help. Actually, all those gyms are air conditioned now. I'm so disappointed that the kids today.
They really?
Yeah, they are.
It's like Catholic High. Catholic High used to not have air conditioning. The kids would get out of school at like 12 o'clock if it was a certain degree, and then they're like, you know, it's so funny when you have like my generation talking about the two generations behind me, and like, oh, they're soft because they don't have to do this. It's like, if my generation calls any generation soft, we need to be slapped because we are Charmin soft. Charmin soft, and I'll include myself on that. I'm very soft when it comes to any obstacle whatsoever.
Yeah, it's I don't. Yeah, they got the air now, and it's. Who
was y'all's rival?
In what? In football?
High school football.
I know we didn't like Carlisle very much. I think that was the one back then, Carlisle, because that would have been it was Carlisle, the Carlisle Bison. I mean, good town. Nick's Barbecue, fantastic. But we didn't like Carlisle very much. And it's like we only like beat them every now and then. Like they usually beat us. So, but then we had this guy by the name of Jeb Huckabee come through, and they didn't win that. They didn't win that year, or for a couple years there, because he went on to play for the Razorbacks, of course. So
I bet he was just an animal in high school.
Yeah. I mean, both ways. Like he played offense, he played defense. He obviously played linebacker up at Arkansas, alongside Caleb Miller. Back when the linebackers were actually good at this school, 20 some odd years ago. But there weren't a lot of people that were able to tackle him very often. He was tough. He was tough to bring down back then. I remember watching. We went to all those games too. We went home and away. I was doing the back then. You couldn't do high school football on television live because we didn't have like a satellite truck or whatever. So we would tape the game and then run it during the week on the local cable channel. We didn't have streaming or any of that stuff. I was working on that in high school.
We've
for
got
a couple
this.
Years.
Did Tommy tell you we found those old Morning Rush tapes like in the shed out back? And so every once in a while on Tuesday we'll play an old Morning Rush clip from 18 years ago.
I know that my resume tape was found. I know about that. I think I have it now. Like Colton found that where I was like doing the news in Cersei back in 2003.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah.
We had these old. You did all the UATV stuff, like those old. What was it? It was Sports Advantage.
Yep.
You know, it's funny. They kept the same name for decades on UATV.
I know. Yep.
I was not that I'm good now. I couldn't put a sense together then. Can't do the same now. But I was so bad. Like, it was awful. You know, when you watch yourself from a while and you're just like, how did anyone hire me post college?
Did they let y'all take calls, or was that done by then?
I don't believe they let us take calls.
They let us take calls, and it was insane because you'd get the frat guys calling, and it's 9 o'clock on a Thursday night, so everybody's drinking.
Oh yeah.
And it was it's when I learned about the trick of the 2-part question. If you hear it's a 2-part question on Sports Advantage, the second part is going to be something incredibly profane, and you better hope that someone has their finger on the button before it gets out on the air. But I remember, like, you know, they call it, oh, yeah, I got to, first of all, you think Arkansas can beat Auburn this weekend, and then blip, 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 blip. Oh, you can't do that. Can't say that anymore. Yep. That's why they don't take calls anymore, because we blazed the trail backwards, so no one could take calls anymore on that show.
I was like, what was the, is it the huddle that Marty Houston was on?
Yeah, Marty, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, the huddle. At noon. On Fox 46 back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, that, and then what was Wally's old TV show?
I don't remember what it was called, but I remember he had it on Sunday nights, like on Channel 4 in Little Rock or something like that. I don't know what it was called. But yeah.
And I know everyone has an opinion of Wally. I like Wally. Wally's always been really nice to me. He follows me on Twitter, which he only follows like 30-something people. I don't know why. So I like Wally a lot. I remember, like, when I can't remember what this was about, and maybe it was the Coach Nuts stuff, but like Wally's salary and like everything was put out there, and this was in like, I can't remember, this is the late 90s, early 2000s, but he made a ton of money 20-something years ago for sports media.
Yeah.
And I guess they were just paying everyone out, though. I was just like, holy, he made that much back then?
Yeah.
I was blown away. I was like, holy cow. But
I don't remember that. I remember when him and Nutt got into it when over the all the Broyles stuff at the end, and the high school, the Springdale stuff and all that. You could never do. I can't believe he did it then. But can you imagine now if the sitting head coach had an objection with something someone said and called into a radio show?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, it'd be a disaster. I'm surprised Hunter hasn't done it. Honestly, it'd be such a terrible idea.
I do wonder, you know how coaches like say, I don't know if ADs are wired the same way, but coaches are always like, yeah, we don't pay attention to the outside media or whatever. That's just a blatant lie. Yeah. Every coach keeps his tabs on what's going on sports radio or in the new media forms that I would have. I would actually be curious if Hunter listens to our radio stations when he's coming to and from work, just to get a sense and an idea. He's driving home in the afternoon, and so there's a text that says Hunter's a chowderhead, and one of you or Zach read it on there. I would just be curious if that was the case. And some guys, some stuff doesn't bother them at all. It's not necessarily a skill set I have, but I would be curious if he actually did listen to our shows.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you'd like to. Well, we always joke that we have a babysitter over there. Like someone listens to us to report back to Hunter about what's going on. But if I do something stupid again, they always that's when the babysitter gets involved. But I don't know if they have anybody over there.
Y'all should have a sit down, clear the air. So I think you screwed up this. Why did you do that? And then just go to work. Maybe we could come to some sort of not agreement, but some sort of is closure the right word?
You know the thing. This goes back to the road show that we were talking about earlier. You know the thing that's still that the one thing about this. Well, there's a couple things, but here is one thing that bothers me the most about this show. Is one day on his way to Harrison on that stupid bus that they have for the road show, Hunter called, and we weren't ready. I didn't have anything good to ask him about. Anything. Now, times were a little bit brighter back then, I guess you could say, in regards to football and everything. But he called in. Like, I'm sitting here, and Hunter Yurachek pops up on the phone screen. I'm like, huh? And we weren't ready. And I'm still mad about that. Because now I'd be like, okay, why'd you kill tennis? Let's talk about it. Come on. I'd be ready now, which is why, of course, he won't do it now. But, yeah, that's the thing that bothers me. I'm sure I screwed up the whole the original Turner thing. I think I made it good with the Christian Turner stuff today. But anyway, I messed all that up. But I'm really mad that I didn't have any questions ready for Hunter when he called.
1 minute in. 1 minute.
What, today?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I've always loved baseball players named Turner in Arkansas. That's right. He's my favorite.
Oh, man, the Hogs Illustrated covers just,
I have it on my desk,
I know you do.
Yeah, that's right.
People listen, I didn't agree with you at the time of that happening, that you said that, but I will say this. If you don't think that affected the team in a good way, you're just a liar. You were just a liar. That affected the team. That if you hadn't gone on that crazy, and I'm not again justifying it, I'm just telling you what happened. I'm not saying the end justifies the means, but they do not get to Omaha, Nebraska if that incident does not happen. And I'm no one's paying me to say that. It's just a freaking fact.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. I only got one person that called me, like my cell phone, and was mad about that. One person called. And the lady said, I think it was the lady, it's like, you can't pick on him. That's a child. Like, ma'am, he's 23 years old. He's not a child. I mean, sure, but what are we doing here? Anyway, it's all in fun. And I remember going, I left town, and I went to, my aunt and uncle were having some, town function there. And it was a crowded room, and nobody cared. No one knew what was going on. Nobody cared about any of it. And I'm like, well, that's kind of weird, but kind of the opposite of Northwest Arkansas. But it was good. And then I got a couple of people call in and give me some pep talks, like, you need to get back on the air. This is bull crap, whatever. I'm like, okay, thank you. But anyway, it is what it is.
I don't think I said anything because I didn't feel like I needed to or could contribute anything of value to you in that time.
Thank you.
Is probably the latter's probably the truer part of that.
Yeah. Paul is asking about this. Paul will never replay it again, so you'll just have to be you'll just have to wonder what it was. Thank you, Paul.
Jeez.
Yeah. But Ty, every year that they struggle, they're like, Ruscin, we need you to do something. Like, hell no, I am never doing that.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Never doing that again.
I will say, after that, not that it gave me PTSD, but I am apprehensive that I could one slip up and it's just like all of a sudden things go to hell, and it's just
No. If you don't make it personal, you're fine. If you keep it, kind of broad, you're okay. If you want to rip people, but if you go individual, it's not going to go well. That's what I learned. Even though nowadays all these players are richer than any of us are.
The more you know.
And,
the more you know.
That's right. Doesn't matter anymore. Nobody cares. They're still children, according to some of the fans that talk to me. All right, we'll be right back. It's 5:29 here on Ruscin Zach. 877-377-6963. All right, let me tell you about Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh team. They've been with us since day one here on Ruscin and Zach, and your home is your largest asset. So when you're ready to choose a real estate agent, it's essential to have experts on your side, like Tara Lindbergh and the Lindbergh team. Transparency and communication. You got to have them when you're looking to sell your home or buy a home. And they will negotiate, of course, the best price for your home. They have the experience no matter what the market is doing. Whenever you're deciding to sell, like right now or a few months from now, whatever, they've seen it, they've been through it, and they know how to get you through the process and help you sell your properties for the highest possible value. So here's what you need to do. Go to LindberghTeam.com and click on Instant Offer Me. And just type in your address, see what your home is worth. You can find out in seconds what your home is worth from the experts at the Lindbergh team, the team I would trust if I was selling my home. Tara Limbird and the Limbird team. It's LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD. LimbirdTeam.com. Or if you don't believe me, that's okay. Go see what they're saying on Google. Almost 1,100 5-star reviews for the Limbird team. So go to Google, type in Limbird Real Estate Group. Do it. LimbirdTeam.com.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
Pig Suey! Abigail.
What is the University of Arkansas?
Correct.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on Hit That Line.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Taco Bell's lunchboxes are going to people's heads. Because once they've indulged in the mainstays of the $5 box, the decadence of the $7 box, and the abundance of the $9 box with its monumental triple-double crunch wrap, they start expecting everything to be as Lux. Don't let the Lux go to your head.
Where's the doorman?
There is no doorman.
That's why we're waiting. Let's go.
Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 lunch boxes.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for. Only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com. RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with the free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some
FORCE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone-boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text FORCE to 42424. That's FORCE to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1225. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225 or biglou.com.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
The Crane Automotive team has 16 locations across Arkansas and is home to the Crane Commitment. You'll find Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, and access to thousands of pre-owned vehicles. Vehicles for every lifestyle and every budget. Even if you're not in the market for a vehicle, the Crane Team service centers offer the latest in vehicle diagnostic technology and certified technicians to take care of your vehicle and get you back on the road. Check them out at craneteam.com. The Ruscin and Zach studios are driven by the Crane Automotive team.
ESPN 99.5.
The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. Giving you the entertainment you deserve. Here's Ruscin and Zach.
Well, we'll probably get some people that say, I just can't watch the association. I just can't watch it. But I find these matchups really compelling. Ty, starting here in a little while, Sixers and Knicks at the Garden. Any playoff game in a Garden, it jumps through your TV screen, I think. Mm-hmm. And then Spurs, Timberwolves, and of course tomorrow we get the Thunder back on, taking on LeBron, trying to end LeBron and the Lakers for the year. I think these are really compelling series with stars. Like these players. If you don't watch pro basketball, you may not know these players. But if you have any idea about basketball, these players are stars, and and they're going head to head in these big important ball games in the conference semifinals. I find it really intriguing, maybe more so than I've been into the conference semifinals maybe in a long time in that league.
Anthony Edwards is back for the T-Wolves tonight, it sounds like.
Yep.
You've mentioned stars. Victor Wembanyama has just been so fun to watch. I got a chance to watch him against the Mavericks live, and he's just a freak. You think about the Knicks just trying to get back to doing what they were doing in the early 70s. It's been a long time. 76ers, you got to one with Allen Iverson. Prior to that, it was basically Dr. J and Moses Malone and Mo Cheeks and those guys in the 80s. So two franchises. And honestly, their arch nemesis, Boston, like we were talking about earlier, is gone. So the East is, man, if I'm an Eastern Conference team and I'm looking at the rest of the field without Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, the Pistons, it took every bit of them for them to come back. So the East is as wide open to get to the finals as it's been in years, I think, Derek.
Yeah. I know that whatever happens, a team with James Harden on it won't go probably much farther than this.
Yeah.
So that's You can bet on that. But Thunder Lakers, obviously, locally, with that being the closest professional team to Western Arkansas, is really compelling because it's LeBron, and the Lakers maybe feel like that they could get on a run here, and I think Reeves is going to come back right at some point. I believe in the playoffs.
The three Arkansas kids.
Yep.
Who would have thunk that three Arkansas kids between two NBA rosters with Austin and Isaiah Joe and Jalen Williams is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you got some representation here in the natural state in that one.
Yeah, so I think these are really interesting matchups and series that are getting going again. A couple of game ones tonight. One's on the Knicks are on Real NBC, and then the T-Wolves and Spurs are on Peacock and the NBC Sports channel. So that'll be tonight, and then tomorrow night, Real NBC has Lakers Thunder, and then Peacock will have Cavs and Pistons, which is the one we haven't mentioned yet, which usually means that's going to be the best. It's the series with the most good games. Can you believe the Thunder are 15.5-point favorites at home tomorrow night against the Lakers?
Yeah, I think that might be a bloodbath tomorrow night.
Really?
Yeah, I think they could run them off. This is, you're in a territory if you're Gilgeous-Alexander and the rest of the guys, and Mark Dagnall is like, can you be one of those teams that repeat? A lot of people say it's harder to get the second one than it is just the first. So even though the conventional wisdom might say, well, you know what to do, you can get it back, but I think they're a lock for the Western Conference Finals. But I don't know if I like that matchup against the Spurs. They struggled against them several times this season, and Spurs, for whatever reason, just have OKC's number this year. But maybe it'll be different in the playoffs, Derek.
Yeah, I don't know, but what about the Timberwolves? Do they pull off the upset with San Antonio? I'm interested in it. I'm probably more interested in this than some of the Stanley Cup, which is unusual because I'm usually more into the hockey than the NBA playoffs this time of year. Now, the beauty of the YouTube is you can split screen and watch them both at the same time. But and there are two hockey games tonight with Flyers and Hurricanes and the Ducks and the Golden Knights on ESPN. So there's a lot to choose from. And, of course, you can watch all the Met Gala stuff wherever that is. So there's a lot to do tonight.
Who is your hockey team professionally?
Well, in our first year here doing the show, the Blues went on that run, and they won it. And I adopted the Blues and got criticized for being a Blues fan for all of 2 minutes. And then they win the Cup. But I don't know. I just like I feel like there are teams I don't like. Like, I don't like the Flyers. I don't really like the Rangers all that much. I don't know. I'd like to see the Devils be good because I think it'd be fun for the show because, Zach's a Devils fan from way back in the 90s. And so, that'd be fun to kind of play off of a little bit. Although he couldn't be as insufferable with the Devils being good as he is with Notre Dame, could he? I mean, maybe he could. I don't know.
We did get a text earlier. I meant to ask it. We had several NBI listeners texting in here on the Loose Automotive Group hotline saying the best shows were following Notre Dame's being left out of the college football playoff. How entertaining were those shows that followed that? I don't remember Zach at that point, but I would guess he was just wanting to kill every person that he saw.
He would deflect into anything else. So, we'd talk about food or, something else.
Or he'd do what was the score in Fayetteville?
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Week 5?
That's true. All of it. Yep. Exactly right. All right, I'll find out. We'll do what we learn coming up here. 16 minutes in front of the hour. Stay where you are.
Your calls, your texts, our reckless opinions. Live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios, you're listening to Ruscin and Zach.
Mad Money Mania, Friday, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Play for your chance to win up to $10,000 cash at your premier gaming destination, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. All month long, play for your chance to win over $1 million in total cash and Go Rewards prizes. Enjoy chef-created entrees at Shawano Steak and Spirits Fine Dining, ice-cold adult beverages and live weekend entertainment, and luxurious hotel suites. Experience the Indigo difference. Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri. IndigoSkyCasino.com for details.
Spring is here, and at WT Equipment, we're doing some spring cleaning of our Hustler zero-turn inventory. That means serious savings with 0% financing for 42 months on new Hustler zero-turn mowers. If your grass is growing, it's time to upgrade your cut with speed, precision, and durability of a Hustler. Come see us today at WT Equipment in Springdale or visit WTEquip.com and take advantage of these limited-time spring deals. Hustler, cut better, cut faster.
In commercial real estate, every day counts. Whether you're a developer, lender, attorney, or advisor, you need due diligence done fast and done right. Blue is a trusted commercial due diligence provider across the industry. From Alta surveys and civil engineering to environmental and property condition assessments, we deliver it all, in-house, nationwide. Headquartered right here in Northwest Arkansas, no delays, no middlemen. Choose Blue. Visit blueinc.com to schedule your project today. That's BLEWINC.com.
You know, if you're looking for a great spot to grab lunch during the week or host a lunch meeting that actually feels like a win, I've got the place for you. It's Flyway Brewing Company in Fayetteville. Fresh brewed craft beer, a fantastic weekday lunch menu, and plenty of space that's perfect for meeting with clients, coworkers, or friends. And when the work's done, settle in and catch the game on their huge TV screens. Great food, fresh beer, all the action. Flyway Brewing Company in Fayetteville on Zion Road, your new go-to for lunch, meetings, and game day.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshield, and slick road quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance.
479
479
521
521
4220.
420.
ESPN Arkansas is growing, and we're looking for motivated sales professionals with digital marketing and media sales experience to join our team. If you have a background in digital or media sales, love sports, and enjoy building relationships and helping businesses grow, we want to hear from you. We offer excellent pay, a market-leading commission structure, and full benefits including health, dental, vision, and life insurance. Ready to join an exciting team environment where every day is different? Send your resume to sales@hitthatline.com. That's sales@hitthatline.com. Pearson Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
The Arkansas Department of Transportation reminds you there is zero tolerance for handheld devices in highway construction zones, which are hands-free by law. And always slow down when you see orange barrels. Help us keep road workers and drivers safe. We all want to get home at the end of the day. Just remember, slow down, phone down. It only takes a second to change your life or someone else's. This message from the Arkansas Department of Transportation, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and it's just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
The weather is brought to you by the Springdale Public Schools.
Hello folks, I'm Chief Meteorologist R.B. Bobby, the 4029 Get Ready Weather Forecast. Well, beautiful weather out there today. We are watching for a chance for a few hit and miss showers and storms later on tonight, so after the evening hours and mainly after midnight, but certainly a stronger one could be in there, so we'll keep an eye on that. As we go into our Tuesday, waking up to low 60s and warming back into the mid 70s on Tuesday afternoon. Chance for another hit and miss shower or storm. I'll have to watch for a severe one there as well. Quieter for Wednesday, but cooler with highs in the low 60s. That's your Get Ready Weather only on 4029.
Kindergarten is a big step, and we're here to make it their best. At Springdale Public Schools, safety is our priority, with caring staff at every hallway. Our award-winning teachers ignite a love for reading, giving every child the tools to unlock their genius. Because a culture of excellence means every child is known by name, cherished, and supported. Give your child a confident start in a community that cares.
ESPN 99.5. Please don't take these guys literally or seriously. Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Back here winding down this hour of Ruscin and Zach. as we found out earlier, the 672nd day that the naming rights on Razorback Stadium have remained unsold, costing the university millions of dollars. So that's right. That's what we learned today. What did we learn? Brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas, Springdale, Greenland, Fort Smith, and Hot Springs. BurtonPools.com. I also learned this today, Ty. Today's the 58th anniversary of the debut of the Big Mac.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nearly
1968.
6 decades?
That's right.
What's the last time you've had a Big Mac, Derek?
I am a fan of the McDonald's. I've never had a Big Mac in my entire life. Never.
I think I've only had it once. I just feel like there's 20 items there that are better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, me too. It's I stick with what I know. And I've never had a Big Mac. 58 years ago today, the Big Mac debuted at McDonald's. So there you go. That's what I learned. Brought to you by.
Did you see their CEO eat it? Have you seen that video?
Yes. Yeah. You could tell he is. It's been a long time since he's sampled some of the food at one of his restaurants there. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Prim and proper.
Yeah, he should have used a knife and fork.
Yeah.
A little more, even more distinguished, I guess, or whatever. So, anyway, yep, that's what we learned today here on Ruscin and Zach. You got any big? Well, it's a school night, so you're not doing anything crazy tonight, I would imagine.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. So I went straight from the office to here and set up to do the show with you. I sound like I'm 60. I'm gonna go on a walk after this.
Yeah, there you go.
Try and get some steps in.
Yeah, get the blood going.
I'm gonna put my laundry that's on the bed up, and I'm also gonna try and finish packing for Chicago.
That's right.
On Wednesday.
The big trip with the golf and everything else.
Big
right?
golf. We got 2 intense golf matches on Friday and Saturday, and it's 3 St. Louis kids that I'm going with. One lives there in Chicago now. The other 2 and. The other 2 have been just chirping up a storm and using the most vulgar, vile, disgusting, decrepit phrases that you've heard. But we're all friends, so it's just it's all good fun.
It's just it's just guy talk, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Of course. All right. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, that'll be a good time. So Colton will be in later in the week.
The show will pick up.
No, it's been good. It's been good. I just feel like I have to be here. I feel weird asking other people to do this. It's just like, why should I? It seems like a tremendous burden to just sit here and have to do this and take a whole day, more or less. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad Colton will be here.
I enjoy this.
Here, yeah. So
I enjoy doing this with you or doing it with Zach just to mix it up. Same with like popping on with Matt and Big C and half. It's just fun to just get a mix up. Now, not every day where you're consumed from. I mean, I got to the station at 3:30 this morning, and it's going to be 6 o'clock by the time we finish. So, I wouldn't want to do this every day, but
3:30. Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night, and so I was just like, all right, I'm just going to go get some work done. And since I'm leaving early on Wednesday, figured I'd be productive.
There you go. Guess so. All right. What are the mean streets of Barling like at 3:30 in the morning?
Dude, there wasn't a soul out this morning. They're doing the highway, Derek. Like by the station. I know you haven't been down there a while, but the 4-lane to I'm not good with street names or whatever, but it's 4 lanes.